But Yahweh Shemi Shai made the heavens, man. All right? So Yahweh Shemi Shai getting ready to show you what true power is, man. All right? When he be able to raise up prophets in Babylon. That's in Jeremiah the 29th chapter.
I got one.
You got some more of that? Good. Good? We're going to write that. 1 Kings 12:26. Hey, because the Spirit got us going on you false gods, man. Because that's the problem with Jake. You tell Jake he's a Hebrew Israelite, you know, and Jake be like, yo, but hold on, bro, I've been a Muslim my whole life, man. You know? So what? That's why the scripture say he sent forth the apostles last. You know, to pull Jake out of that philosophy, pull Jake out of that democracy, get him back into the truth. But what our people they did not consider. You know, Isaiah the 1st chapter, man. You know, Jake considerably want to go off. He don't want righteousness, man. You know? Go ahead.
It's Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 11. Hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods?
Yeah, so do the nations change their gods? No. The Moabites still call on Buddha to this day. You know. All right. The god of Ishtar, Asterisk, so far and so on, man. But here it is. Our people, they don't know what our people are going, bro. Yeah. Go ahead.
That's Isaiah the 1st chapter. The ox knoweth his owner. Is the what's called the ox is Max's crib, but my people do not know, my people do not consider. Yep. You know, they don't know who their shepherd is.
Yeah, you got something? Oh, I'll finish it out. But my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit.
I have what planted a noble vine, and yet a degenerate plant have rised. And what is that? 2/3 of our people to this day. Why? Because they would commit iniquity over and over again. That's why the Lord had to shorten the days.
Right.
You know, raise up prophets in Babylon, man. Because if it wasn't for the elect, we wouldn't make it, bro. You know? Somebody out here got to have faith in the Yahweh Shemi Shai. Hey, if it wasn't us, he could have raised up stones.
Right.
You know? Okay, you got it.
Matthew 6 and 24. I'm still holding that in 1 Kings as well.
Yes, come.
It's Matthew 6 and 24. It says, no man can serve two masters. For either will he hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon.
That's right. And that's the problem with our people, man. You know, they have a zeal. You know, they want to serve Yahweh Shemi Shai, but then they want their hand in wickedness. They want to still have pleasures of this world. You know, but the brother just brought out the precept. Yeah, the brother just brought out the precept saying you cannot serve the Most High and mammon, man. All right? You can't serve the Most High and want riches. That's a false balance, man. You can't serve the Lord and want to make it on His side. You got to give up one to receive the other. No, that's how the Lord is dealing, man. All right? Go ahead.
Leviticus chapter 25, verse 55. For unto me the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your power. And you can't serve two masters. And what the Lord basically told us in the law was that you're gonna serve one or the other. You either gonna serve me or you're gonna serve your enemies. And I'm gonna reward you more than your enemies will ever do. You know, and that's exactly why we've been put in the place we're in right now. Because our people have chosen to serve their enemies over serving Yahweh Shemi Shai. The Lord gave us 613 laws, and now you struggle to keep over 2,000. And that's a shame unto yourself.
You can't even keep 10.
No.
You can't even keep 2. The greatest 2 is the love the Most High and love thy brother as thyself. Our people ain't doing that, man. You look out there in Chicago, all right, they called it Chirac. Why? Because it was one year where they had the most murders than fucking Iraq, man. Jake is killing Jake today, man. All right, on an all-time high. And he's happy and satisfied at doing it, man. You know? Why is that? Because Jake don't see no other way out. Jake ain't spiritual. Jake is comfortable being oppressed. Our people are comfortable being under the so-called white man as we speak.
Hey, like the brother here from Nahoya, like he was saying earlier today, man, Jake thinks that he's come up from being on the chains, man, because they think that their beginning was in chains, man. You know, the brother was going into that earlier.
Well, Jake, all the way from elementary school to their adult life, they're trained to believe that their beginning was in chains, man, or their beginning was savages. So they look at 2019, 2020 going forward as a come up because they can go buy Jordans, they can go to the movies. You know, they're not in chains no more, so they look at this world like it's progressive, not knowing that we were actually royalty in our own land and we governed ourselves, man.
Yep. Con, that's right. You got something?
Yeah, to reset that.
All right,
I
go
also
ahead.
got that Judges.
Yeah, hold on. Give me a second. Get that. We're going to go right to that Judges. You got something?
Exodus 34 and 14. For thou shalt not worship no other God, for Yahweh, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God.
Yep, kind. The Most High is a jealous power, man. So that's why you have the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, on certain man to raise up out of this darkest state. You know? The scriptures say that we were going to be fervent in the spirit. The scriptures say that in the land of our captivity, we were going to remember ourselves. But it's all according to prophecy, man. Okay? So that the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah can have mercy on those vessels of honor, man. Okay? You have vessels of honor, you have vessels of dishonor. Okay? The vessels of honor is the elect, because they're going to make it out of the destruction that's coming, man. All right? Whether they live for the Lord. Whether they die for the Lord, man. But for 2/3 of our people, because of their idolatry, okay, guess what? They're going to get casted off, man. Because they don't understand that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah is a jealous power. He spoke by the mouth of his prophets since the world began. But what? They wanted a king over them, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah said this people wish for a king to reign over them. When I, the Lord, supposed to be over them, man. Roughly to say. They always wanted a king. All right? So guess what? The Lord raised up kings. He raised up judges. And guess what? They all failed you. Okay? So what? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah said in Saints, Jeremiah 16 and 14. Okay? There shall be a greater deliverance out of Egypt. Why? Because the Heavenly Father once again got to spiritually intervene and show Jake that it is He. It is He that's raising up the house of David. We ain't doing this on our own. No. The Lord is the one that's doing this.
I got a nasty one back.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, and read verse 6 to 8. It says, I, Yahweh, have called thee in righteousness, and I will hold thy hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles, to open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from his prison, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison house. And I am Yahweh, that is my name, and my glory will I give not to Salah, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images.
Our Lord and
Go ahead. So basically, what the Lord is saying is, look, remember the things that I've already done for you, man. I brought you up out of Egypt. I'm the one who's providing for you all, all these things that you got, so on and so forth, man. I'm the Most High. I'm your power. I'm your God, and I'm not gonna give my praises to nobody else, man. It's just like, you a husband and a wife, man. The husband got the wife set up in a nice house, pay for everything, this and that, wine and dine her, everything, this and that. But now she out with her homegirls. Let's say her husband name is John, and she over here. Yeah, look what Phil bought me, and Phil. So how you think John gonna feel? Like, hold up, bitch, I did all this shit for you, and you talking about this man gave you this? This dude's homeless. I'm going out here breaking my back and sweating for you all damn day long, man. I'm taking care of you and everything else, but you trying to give my praise and honor and glory to somebody else, man. The Most High, he's not with that, man. All right?
This is Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 20. Surely as a wife treacherously departed from her husband, so have ye dealt treacherously with me, O house of Israel, saith the Lord.
Yep. Hey, that's our people, man. That's our people all day. Our people, hey, man, whatever poppin' Jake with it. But when it come down to the law, statutes, commandments, what that got to do with me? Because what? The scriptures say our people are rebellious and stiff-necked and hard-headed people, man. But when it comes down to obedience, oh, man, Jake is far from that, man. Jake don't want order. Jake don't know what construction is, man. Jake don't know what obedience is. So what? It took for the men of the Lord to be raised up in these times, all right, to establish that order through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And that's through the faith. All right? I can't show you documents that I'm a Hebrew Israelite, but through the faith and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, I can go through the scriptures and show you that through the curses, all right, that we are the people that got the curses on us, man. And ultimately, we're going to have the blessings on us, man, which is the return of Yahweh Shai. We're going to be raised up, man, with him and made just like him, man. All right? But our people don't want to hear that, man. Why? Because that's not seeable. It's not tangible.
They don't got that vision.
Yeah, they don't got that vision. Our people are carnal. That's why Zechariah 13:8 says what? Two parts shall be cut off and die. Because they don't want that spiritual covenant. They don't want that new covenant. You know? They want to be comfortable right now, man.
Hey, they the same niggas that was back in Egypt, man. Hey, at least in Egypt we had fish and shit, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, well, at least in America, shit, we got cable TV and Jordans and shit, man. We can go out to the club on the weekends, man. That's what you niggas is saying, basically, man. You Monday through Friday, you complaining about how much hell you in, but then shit, Friday come around, Saturday come around, we gonna go turn up.
Living their life.
And then back Monday morning, oh fuck, here we go again, man. The alarm clock, man.
Yeah, I think you living
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, come on, man. That's simplicity, man. It's either you love it or you hate it.
Yep. Fine, and that's not going to get you saved. Go ahead. You got it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me.
Yeah, hey. Proverbs 1, whole chapter, man. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, man. But our people despise the wisdom. That's what make you foolish, turning away from the order of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
They are sottish children.
They are solace. The word solace means stupid, ignorant, foolish. All right? Our people have gone backwards, man. When it comes down to hearing the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that's like wickedness to them. The words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is like wickedness to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's sad. When, hey, in the Old Testament, our forefathers, all right, they knew that when the prophets came, hey, come down peaceably. You know, don't jack me up. Please, you know, spare. Hey, that's why Yahweh Shem Yahushua, when he spoke to Abraham, all right, he said, look, I'm finna, hey, he said, the sin of Sodom and Gomorrah enter into my ears. But the Lord said, if I can find 50 men, I'll spare it. You can't. If.
He didn't, did he?
No.
He kept dropping it. He said 150 and 10.
Yep.
You know.
You can't. So we are the resemblance of Lot. Because when you read in 2 Peter, the 2nd chapter, it said he delivered just Lot, who was vexed with the 50 conversation, man. And we vexed with your idol worship, man. We're vexed with your pleading to Esau Edom about getting you out of your situations. You seen what happened when they shut down the government. Our people went to crying to Esau Edom, man. Okay? So what's going to happen when all hell break loose and your dollar has no value? What's going to happen? Why you think they had the movie Purge? Are you ready to purge? He was in that, Jay was in that bitch. Yes, yes. Them demons gonna get loose out here, man. Spirits created for vengeance. And all you people that trust in the government and that trust in Esau Edom, guess what? Your reward is awaiting you, man. Taking that RFID chip. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
Yeah, and who is Egypt today? Esau Edom. That's why on the back of your dollar bill you have a pyramid. Okay, go ahead.
And stay on horses and trust in chariots.
Yeah, you trust in the Esau Edom's society. You trust in your Mustang. Okay, you trust in your vehicles. Okay, you trust in your 401k. You trust in your pension. All right, go ahead. Yep.
And
Trust
in
your
horsemen, because they are very strong.
Yeah, because they are very strong. Why? Because the economy right now, you able to cash out. You can go to the bank and pull out a couple hundred. All right? Yeah, a couple of loan. You can put a loan in. Go ahead.
Hey, but real quick, also, hey, a lot of these people have that, you know, subconscious faith in the American military, man. Oh, that ain't gonna never happen here. Oh, they ain't gonna do that. Oh, with it, North Korea got nukes or whatever. They ain't got the balls to put it on America, man. But ultimately, we know, according to the scriptures, man, all these missiles gonna be shot over here, man. Everybody's gonna turn on America, even America's allies, man. So for you Americans that's over here putting your trust in it, oh, well, we ain't gotta worry about it because America, Daddy America got us, Uncle Sam got us, bro. We ain't even gotta worry about this shit, man. We don't have to even worry about what the politics is going on around the world because we know that the American military got this, man.
Yeah,
but you're not fighting against a manned army that's coming, man. You fighting against a spiritual army from the heavens, man. The Lord of hosts is coming with the whole heavenly host, man.
You said something beautiful. Mama just started getting Job 12 and 10 real quick to establish that point of believing on the society and the economy of Esau Edom. When Esau Edom, he's the basis of men. Esau Edom is cursed at the Most High. He was set up to be the end of the world. We're gonna go right back to that. I just want to establish that point as far as who everybody belonged to, man. You know, because hey, you take a look out here in America, man. Fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is lost. Hey, man, fear of the Most High is gone, man. When it comes down to fearing the Lord, these people don't fear the Lord, but the fear is going to be established. when your family members is getting touched.
Right.
Fear is gonna be established when you lose your job, man. Fear is gonna be established when the economy collapses. Cause right now the Lord look like, oh, okay, he's there, but I don't see him. I don't see what he talking. But you're gonna see it when all hell break loose. Thus said the scriptures, man. Go ahead.
This is Job.
12 and 10, Baba Kashaw.
This is Job chapter 12, verse 10. And whose hand is the soul of every living thing, and the breath of all mankind.
And whose hands is the soul of every living thing. You're gonna find that out.
Hey, real quick to back you up, how deep that is, man. That's some real deep shit, man. So all you people talk about how big you are, and how whatever you got, and your powers, and whatever you got, your money, your military. Hey, guess what? What you're not in control of, man. You're not in control of your heart beating, man. When your ass is unconscious and your ass is asleep, man, who over here pumping your heart, man? Who over here circulating the blood through your body, man? You're not in control of your own heart, man. At any point in time, man, your heart can seize up, man. You can go into cardiac arrest, man. The very breath, the act of you actually inhaling and exhaling, man, you're not in control of that. When your ass is asleep, your ass still breathing, man. While you sleeping, you dreaming off whatnot, the Most High can just instantly cause your ass to die in your sleep, man.
Hey, the Most High can give you an irregular heartbeat and you be all fucked up, man.
Calm.
Just an irregular heartbeat, man. A misbeat in your heart, and that'll fuck your whole shit up. Yeah, palpitations. Yeah. They gotta fuck your whole shit up just to fix that shit. According to Esau standards, man.
Yep.
But Jake don't have no fear of the Lord, man. They don't fear that stuff, man. They see that shit on the TV and they say that, like the brother was saying, man, that could never happen to me, man. That ain't happened even in my family, man. But guess what? The Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, who you people call God and Jesus Christ, he's getting ready to bring even more scarier stuff to you people, man.
Right.
He's getting ready to bring your wife getting raped in front of you, your kids getting torn in half in front of you, man. Your little daughters getting raped in front of you, man. All right? You losing your job, you having to sell your daughter for money, man. That's what the Lord is getting ready to bring to America, man. So get ready for it, you damn devils, man. And that's coming to 2/3 of our people. All right? You people, especially you Jakes, man, y'all gonna learn the fear of the Lord, man. Y'all gonna fear the Lord the hard way, man. You thought that cancer and diabetes to your aunt and your aunties and your grandmas was bad, man? Wait till the Lord starts to deal with y'all, man. On a personal level, man. Wait till the Lord starts to, when his hand starts to touch you people, man. That's right. The scripture says it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Lord, man. That's right. And we seen the Lord deal with people on a physical
I know
level,
that,
man.
brother.
Go ahead.
I already know that. This is no break that out.
It's the book of 2 Peter chapter 3. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3. It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers.
Yeah, hey, knowing this first, in the last days, you're going to have people that's coming up trying to debunk the truth, all right? But guess what? At the end of the day, it was prophesied, all right, that you were going to have no clue of what the fuck is going on, all right? And you was going to come up against the man of the Lord, which the scriptures say, keep thy foot when thou comest to the house of the Most High. You know? Go ahead.
Walking after their own lust.
Walking after their own lust. What is that lust? The lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life, which is not of the Most High.
Everything.
You know? Okay, as long as I'm able to feed little Jessica, I'm straight. But that's a false doctrine. Okay? Because if you don't have the fear of Yahweh Shai, you through. Go ahead.
Verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming?
Right. So this guy that you guys claim is coming for 30 years plus, Elder Pastor Hart, where's the sign of his coming? Well, when is he coming back? How do you know he's coming back? Because through the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, he gave us the measuring. Somebody gonna do it. He gave us the prophecies. He gave us the understanding of the breakdowns. And guess who that was given to? St. Matthew 13 and 11. Only the elect, only the prophets, only the disciples, man, who later on became apostles, man. So this wasn't given to everybody, man. So we're not concerned if you gonna come up here and blow your little smoke and talk your little shit, bro. Because that's not gonna get you saved. You actually gonna be partaking in this fire. When you do that, when you come up against us, and you go to talking that crazy shit, that rah-rah, that false doctrine, okay? That oodoo goo baba, okay? All right? If it ain't here a little and there a little, We don't know what you're talking about, bro. Because precept upon precept, line upon line, is going to show you that this is going to come. That's the prophecy.
If we know what they talking about, but they ain't talking according to the scriptures.
That's right.
That's as much as we know.
Hey, well, right, read that again, Ariel, because he was right on time. We were just saying, he talking according to scriptures. These scoffers that coming up, man.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation.
Yeah, we still in depth. You still niggas on the corners. You know? Y'all niggas ain't got no fucking hope. Y'all out here talking about this nigga gonna come back. Where's on that? But you are ignorant of the fact that Hamashiach Yahushua prophesied that when all these things are happening, earthquakes in diverse places.
I got you.
Go ahead.
For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water.
Woo! So it was already sealed. It was already done. The end was manifested from the beginning. Okay? You can't checkmate the Most High. He checkmaking himself. He putting himself at the test. And guess what? He ain't coming up short. That's why King David prophesied and he prayed and said, let them know that they are but men. Okay? Go ahead.
Whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water.
Yeah, that was in the time of Noah.
Yep.
All right, that vanished. That world vanished. And the Lord put the covenant in the sky when it rains, which is the rainbow, which you people, say taste the rainbow. You have no clue of the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Going back into the mockery. You people trying to mock Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the prophets on the corner, man. You have no clue of the significance of us being out here, man. Right now, man.
You don't know.
You don't know.
All right, a quick precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Psalms chapter 44, verse 14. Thou makest us a byword among the heathen, a shaking of the head among the people.
Yeah, that's what you do out here on the corners every day. Hey, if you ain't mocking us when we out here on the corners together, you mocking us at the fucking job, man.
Shaking their head at us like,
Yeah.
these people are through.
Hey, if you ain't mocking us at the job, you mocking us at the fucking house. And he swear he's something different. I don't know what the fuck wrong with Shug. Shug be out here tweaking. Like he got the truth. Man, like he know what the fuck going on. That's the same Bible I've been read. And guess what? Going back into where is the promise and the sign of his coming. This was a sign. Because what did Job say? Job said, I am an alien in my own household. We are alien. That's a prophecy being fulfilled. Strangers to our own people. Yahweh Shai said that, man. Yahweh Shai said what? Your enemy shall be of your own household. In the book of Isaiah, the 8th chapter, it says what? They are for signs and for wonders in Israel. Okay? So this is the sign. Men standing up from being so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, claiming to be the Hebrew Israelites, the people of the Most High.
Solomon 5:1, where he talked about standing in great boldness.
Yep.
What other sign are you looking for, man? Who's standing up for our people at this point in time, man? Who's righteously standing up for our people in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man? All right? And not fearing. Like, when you go into that so-called Illuminati stuff, right? People talk about the bankers and everything like that. You know, you got these groups of people called whistleblowers. You see what happened to them, right? Who do you think the ultimate whistleblower is, man? Because they telling you about the Rothschilds, the bankers, but we telling you who they really are according to the scriptures, who the Edomites are, man. We exposing even more higher information to that. But what? We don't fear these people, man. We know that these people got us on the list and they watching us, man. But who's standing out here in great boldness, man? All right, in the face of those that afflicted us, man. This is the sign that you should be seeking for, man.
One quick one.
Got some more on that?
Real quick one. Psalms 94, verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Woo! Who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity, man? Yahweh Shem Yahushua is crying out to the elect. That's Psalms 50 and 5. Gather my saints together. They have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. You looking at that across the four corners of the earth. All right? You looking at that, man. When you see brothers out here on the corners, coming from Orlando, coming from Dallas, coming from Canada, to meet up. The scripture say, Proverbs 20:24, man's goings are the way of the Lord. How then can a man understand his own ways? The Lord is the one gathering our footsteps, man. Because I could have been on the P4 right now, kicking it on 2K. Leveling up date. On that business, leveling up. Oh, I got him. You know, fucking off on Call of Duty. No, the prophets is here, man. All right, go ahead.
1 Corinthians 4:9. For I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels and unto men.
Yeah, that's right. You were made a spectacle, man.
We are fools for Yahweh's sake, but ye are wise in Yahweh. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised.
Yeah, and ultimately, that's you fucking mega churches out here, man. You honorable. TD Jakes, you strong. You know? You strong when it comes down to gathering the people. But the scriptures say you are false prophets, man. You know? You go into the book of Jeremiah, you the false prophets. You strong when it comes down to gathering the people. You don't see Jake pulling up, parking the cars. You know, damn, now I'm seeing some real shit. Like, how can I learn more? Even though that time coming, but the time we in right now, we fools. In the eyes of you people. Right. When the eyes of Yahweh Shai, we are greatly honored, man. Because we doing the same thing that Yahweh Shai Hamashiach himself did. And that was present his body as a living sacrifice. So that the words of Yahweh Shai can be fulfilled. That's why in the book of John, the 7th chapter, he said, I come not to do my will, but the will of him that sent me, man. Okay? And we coming in them same steps, latching them same shoes up. And what come with putting them shoes on? Sufferings, tribulation, bearing your cross. No, these are the humiliations that have to come with first being humiliated before you are honored, man. And everybody can't do that. Everybody can't come out here and tell you that you're going off by worshiping Esau Edom, man. Jesus Christ, right? Bowing down to the chip, which people gonna do, man. All right? Worshiping Easter, celebrating these holidays, man. Folly days, man. All right? Wanting to be somebody in this society, man. Selling your soul, bending over for a contract, man. Everybody can't come out here and tell you that. That's off. All right? When it comes down to the doctrine of Yahweh Shai Shai, everybody can't do that. That's why the brother Rose read Psalms 94:16. Who shall stand for me? That's the elect. That's the prophets, man. All right? And it was subscribed. It was written. All right? Going back into 1 Kings when Elijah said, all I want to do is prophesy, man. He said, am I only alone? And Yahweh Shai told him, I have reserved unto thee 7,000 men that have not bowed. All right? And that's complete. Why? Because they here today.
I got righteous men preserved.
That's right, man.
You ain't the only one. You know?
That's right.
That remnant, that seed, that residue, that, you know how you clean something, right? I mean, you always have a little residue somewhere left. Exactly. Dross. Going back to the dross. You like that dross, huh? You know, you always have that residue somewhere. You know, so that same thing with elect. You know, you thought you wiped out the nation of Israel. You know, yeah, you thought you wiped out Israel. You thought, oh damn, we done put them so hard to sleep in slavery. You know, we got them addicted to this, we got them addicted to that. They lost. But then all of a sudden, like, god damn, like, where the hell these men come from? You know, it's that residue. Esau thought like, yo, they sleep forever, that's it. But you can never get rid of that righteous seed, man. Somewhere within the midst of all that wickedness, there's a righteous fruit. Within that, there's a ripe fruit, man. Yep. You know, and that's the elect. Can I finish this off real quick? Yeah. It says, we are fools for Yahweh Shai's sake, but ye are wise in Yahweh Shai. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. Even unto this present hour, we both hunger and thirst, and are naked, and are buffeted, and have no certain dwelling place. All right? Going back to the damn curses, bro. You know, laying your head down, not knowing where you're gonna lay. You know, the Lord say, our life shall be in fear. We shall be in fear of our life. You know what I mean? No dwelling place. You know, we still affected by that shit, you know? Because why? We still in captivity. But why? Through this captivity, Lord, the Most High has delivered us His truth and have given us that hope. And that's why we got to hold fast to that, man. Because that's the only way we're going to be able to conduct ourselves and make it out of this society, out of this darkness. David even said it himself. All right? Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, all right, I fear no evil. Okay, so reading on, it says, and labor working with our own hands. Being reviled, we bless it. All right, being persecuted, we suffer it. Right? You know, brothers always talk about the persecution from amongst your family to these peons out here on the streets thinking we doing evil things. All right, all throughout our life, man. All right, walking this walk of faith, walking that same walk as Yahushua did. All right, it says, being defamed, we entreated. We are made as the filth of the world. We the lowest of low, especially Great Millstone. Oh, that's the worst of all the Israelite groups. That's the filth. That's the low. You know, that's you know, it clearly who fit in that description in these last days. Right. All right. It says, are made as the filth of the world and are the offspring of all things unto this day. All right. I write not these things to shame you. Okay. Listen. But as my beloved sons, I warn you. Okay. So letting you know, the elder, was it Rumba? Gave us a task about this job. Elder Gabar went in on it. Okay, you gotta count the cost, man. Count all these things. It's worthy. He said Jake hop into a lot of things and don't know what the hell it is, man. You know? And then even sometimes too, you know, somebody will hop in and not know what it is, but then they endure it and you know, they learn it. You know, they learn it, and then they stick with it. You know, not everybody come in at the same time. You know what I mean? Because, hey, Miami Ash and myself and another brother, he was out on the highways by himself. Like, I didn't know all what it came with. Because, like, you know, we didn't come underneath the camp, we just went out there off of faith. So I can speak for myself first and foremost. I didn't know the scriptures like that. You know what I mean? I just went out there off faith. And then all the shit that came to me, I wasn't expecting. I'm like, God damn, this happened and that happened. I didn't know, but still, you believe, you endure, and you stay on. You know, that's the point. Like, you know, you keep going. You know, so not everybody gonna be there to count the cost and know this is gonna come, that's gonna come, you're gonna lose this, you're gonna lose that. But, you know, if Lord's will, the Lord with you, you're gonna endure it and
increase.
And keep going on, man. Increase. You know, really, that's what it all boils down to. Just want to, bring out the spirit.
Yeah, go ahead. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, I'll start at verse 17. I'll read on down a little bit. For Hamashiach sent me not to baptize, but to preach the gospel, not with wisdom of words, lest the cross of Hamashiach should be made none effect. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of the Most High.
Yep. Hey, and that's why the scriptures say, to receive the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul. That's why Yahushua told the disciples to go out not into the way of the Samaritans, but into ye not, but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's going to show you the power of this word that we're speaking, man. Because, hey, believe it or not, if we ain't watch a video, or if a brother didn't tell us, somebody told us, man. Somebody told us what? The word. We got this, because scripture say a fallen away, the fallen, what is it? Yep, a fallen away. Yep, thou shalt discontinue from thy heritage. So in order to get this word, you have to have been told it. You have to have been told. Romans 10 chapter. How shall they know? You got it?
Real quick, if I may say this about, you brought up Samaria, going out onto the way of the Samaritans. The reason Yahushua said that was because Samaria, if I'm not mistaken, was a refuge city. So you had a lot of different nations there. You had a lot of Elamites going back to the Old Testament. All right, back to the book of Judges, if I'm not mistaken, or the book of Kings. All right, it was a refuge city, so you had a lot of other different nations there. All right, and a lot of people who were saying that they were Israelites that were following Israelite customs, but really weren't. All right, so that's why Yahushua said not to go to them, because there was a bunch of people who looked like Israelites that weren't Israelites. Like, don't waste your time. Don't go there.
Yeah, if you go into the history, the Assyrians, what they would do is they would conquer a nation, and then they would take that nation from that place and then plant and then graft another nation into that land. That's why the Lord talked to that Samaritan woman the way he did, because she wasn't really of the nation of Israel. She was just in that land.
Worship not what you know.
Verse 19, 1 Corinthians 1 and 19. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent.
Woo! Hey, is that not what y'all watching me outside doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
Is he not destroying the wisdom of the wise? Is there any more wisdom in Teman? Hey, because what? Isaiah the 54th chapter tell you the Lord created the smith, all right, that blow up the coals in the fire, and created the waster to destroy. That's why the creation, all right, is not to be more honorable than the creator, man.
And because
No, you got it. I'll just say this Isaiah 6.
a smith maker is a person who makes weapons. Modern day weapons makers are who? These Amalekites that came from Germany. All right, a lot of those scientists that came up with these atomic missiles. Those are the smiths. And the Lord, the scripture said what? Quote it again.
I created the smith.
I have created the smith.
Yeah.
To what?
To blow up the coals in the fire.
There you go. To blow the coals in the fire, man.
What's that? Lockheed Martin.
Hey, they got a headquarters out there in Tampa.
Right.
Well,
That's all they get into, man. That's how Saudi Arabia got all the weapons they got. Lockheed Martin was a big part of it.
Lockheed Martin is like the #1 arms supplier in the world, right?
Because Esau's the Lord of war, man, whether you know it or not.
He got that great sword.
The sword of the Most High.
Yeah, by that sword shalt thou live, man. So who else is gonna have the #1 arms manufacturing company is gonna be out here, man?
Well, hey, the scriptures tell you the one that got the blessing of the sword, Esau Edom, man.
That's what the so-called white man is good at, killing. He's good at death. That's what he's John Wick with the stick.
Yeah.
John Wick was a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, that's who the so-called white man is.
Yeah.
It so happened that the Most High just happened to just raise one part of Esau, Edom up over higher.
One arm was higher than
Yeah,
the other,
you
just
know,
like in the medieval Persian Empire, man.
You know,
What did
exactly.
Yahushua
So
say?
the Russians, he had to, pretty much.
What did the Lord say? He
raise
said
the
Satan
Russians up.
divided
Yep,
against
exactly.
Satan.
Yep.
So the Lord allowed him to conquer the earth till he got to a point where he starts to eat his own flesh.
Yeah.
Satan gonna devour Satan with a missile called Satan.
Right.
How about that? That's some cold shit.
That's right. Hey, that's why his blessing is a curse. He was blessed with a sword, but the Lord actually going to take him out with that same sword. Because what the Lord said in Isaiah, he said, my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
They also say, also in Deuteronomy 28, if I wet my glittering sword.
Yeah.
But also it says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Yep,
so
that's
how
right.
did Esau, his blessing said you was going to live by thy sword. So
Yep.
everything he got was by the sword.
Yep.
So he going to wind up getting put out by that same sword, man.
That's right.
He dominating and holding everybody down with these nuclear weapons. That's how he going to get put out with these thermonuclear weapons.
Right.
And that's why this Job 12:16 says the deceiver and the deceived are his, man. All right, because Esau Edom is the greatest deceiver on the planet Earth.
The devil.
No, right? He is the devil. All right, but what? He's actually in the hands of the one that say he want them to see the whole planet Earth. That's what you say. Fear not him that is able to kill the body, man, but him that can put the body and the spirit in hell, man. No, that's who you want to fear. The man that actually set this man up in power. Because Psalm 75:7 says he lifted up one and put it down another, man. Yeah, go ahead.
This
Three for three.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 27 and 26. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein.
Woo! Hey, and what's the pit that Esau Edom set for the nation of Israel? The RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. He ultimately set this chip up to deceive you damn Jakes out here, man. Because you want to be convenient. You want everything now. What that commercial? It's my money and I want it now. No, Jake is bugging out, bro. Jake want everything right now. So guess what? The Heavenly Father set Esau Edom up, all right, to deceive you with this RFID chip, to make it at your convenience to unlock your doors, have your medications on file, all right, but ultimately to be a fucking slave, man.
Yeah, but read this again real quick. Read that again.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 27 verse 26. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein.
Yeah, so like brother saying that RFID chip, that's a pit for these people. And what's going to be Esau falling into that pit? He going to receive the judgment of receiving that chip, man. The destruction of America through these missiles, because the judgment of receiving that chip, the mark of the beast, is receiving those missiles. And that's what Esau's judgment is going to be, man, to end his kingdom. Go ahead.
And he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein.
Yep, that's right. That's why Job 18 says the snare and pit is laid for him, man. You know, the Lord already laid the snare in the pit for you. That's why we was watching
Also the missiles too. Because he created a weapon that's going to be used to destroy himself.
Exactly. blessing and the cursing.
Hey, real quick, another one of those snares is what? The internet, man. Esau said, man, we should have never created the goddamn internet. But how is this word being pushed out? How are we getting our wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of who we were back again, man? How do we know who we are? You know, how do we hear this in word, man? Through the internet and YouTube, man. But when they created that, that was more or less a distraction to distract you, to keep everybody, like with the Twitter and the Facebook and all that stuff. They use all that stuff nowadays to, everybody got it on their phone to push out certain type of news for you, to keep you in certain type of loops, all right? To keep your mind controlled with certain type of information, all right? But this is one of these snares that they put out because why? On YouTube, you can find a bunch of wickedness on YouTube, right? But now also the truth is flooding YouTube right now to where they have to keep changing it up. All right, so now he's about to ready to pull the damn plug on YouTube because of what? That's that snare that he put to catch us up and distracting us. We got a damn TV in our pocket all day long. We can sit there and watch YouTube all day long, right? But now we're being edified all day long on YouTube, and this is what's cutting Esau, man. Now he's trying to find ways to cut us off. That's why we can't even live stream without, what, 1,000 viewers? You know what I'm saying? They got these different algorithms. You can't put certain words into your titles or comments, all right? Words that the regular population don't even know about, man. All right, now all of a sudden, these words are illegal, man. You can't say Esau and Edomites on your YouTube titles, man.
Hey, that's gonna be an ultimate snare to the whole world once the internet get cut off. Because you gonna want the truth. Everybody gonna be seeking for the truth. Everybody gonna be seeking for the words of Yahweh shall not find it. So that's Amos 8:11. Everybody is gonna know the significance of us being out here on the corners. Because the scriptures say they shall go from sea to sea and from land to land to hear the words. So they're gonna be like, damn, that's why they was out there on the corner so heavy. And it's gonna be the same man that's at the job, enduring, laughing in your face, you know, trying to get by.
Hey, in that day, man, YouTube might just actually break the fuck down, man. As many of the goddamn searches just gonna hit the searches the other day. GMS, the man of the Lord, this and that. Man, it's gonna be like, yo, dog, we got too many entries going in and ain't none of these videos on there, man. And everybody gonna be panicking. It's gonna be, man, I can just imagine, man, all the phone lines, everything, because everybody on there typing, man, I gotta, some event happened, I need answers.
That's what happened at 9/11. The old apostles, they had that channel. It got flooded and it crashed.
Yep.
You know, because people want answers when destruction's happening.
What it say in the Dead Eye Power that you will be willing.
That's right, yeah.
Jake got liberty right now, so Jake look at the truth as an insurance card. You don't look at it as his main go-to, man. But when it's taken away from you, and you ain't gonna have that insurance and that luxury to just go on the internet and look up a good word to motivate you or how you a king and all of that. When all of that's taken away, you got to taste the judgment. It's gonna be a different story, man.
That's right. That's right. No, it's the spirit.
Back in the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 19. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent.
Woo! Hey, so all these missiles that's getting made, guess what? Russia, you ain't ruling next, my man. China, you ain't ruling. All right? And you got, hey, like I always say, man, this guy in North Korea, Kim Jong-un, every time you see this man hop up, step on the scene, this man just... Yeah, but ain't nothing to smell about, bro. Cause you ain't finna rule next. You know?
Psalm second chapter.
Shall not rise up a second time. Hey, and that's in the book of Isaiah 54 chapter. The Lord created this thing, created this missile to destroy this place, man. It wasn't for your benefit, because we the output of the Lord's eye. All right? Okay, go ahead.
Verse 20. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world?
Yeah, so where's all this wisdom at? All right, where? Yeah, where you wise guys at, man? You know? I mean, goddamn, you doing all this science, you know? Hey, cause what? Science really is knowledge.
Right.
But you got all this knowledge Xing out the Most High. So where your works at? You know?
Yeah, come right here.
Go ahead.
Have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world? For after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High.
So the wisdom of this world is foolishness. You actually believe that you came from cosmic rain on a rock. How stupid do you sound? And you study this. You pay $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 to believe in Darwinism and evolution. That cosmic rain made one-cell organism, cats and dogs and birds and insects. How foolish can you be? And the Lord is making mockery of you by presenting the actual truth free of charge on highways and hedges all across the globe.
Hey, that's why the scriptures say to back you up by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe.
Because it's the actual truth.
I got it right here. It's the next line. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe.
It's the spirit.
And the Lord made it look foolish on purpose. So the only thing, if you accept it for the message and not the appearance, not the way it sounds to you, not the way it looked to you, but you accept it for what it is. That's why the Lord brought us out here in sackcloth. That's why the Lord didn't use men of Cambridge and Harvard and Oxford. He used average so-called Negroes to confound you so-called white people. Because everything that's being said on these highways and hedges is going to go down.
Hey, if I can add to what the brother just saying, man, just the same way with this foolishness, man, because why? When you first come into this here truth and you come across this, you know, there's a lot of stumbling blocks you got to get over. First of all, what are these brothers wearing? You know what I'm saying? Or if it's an all-black group, they talking about black, black, black. Oh, I don't want to be a part of no all-black group or whatever, whatnot, you know? Now they got Bibles and they out there cussing. You know what I'm saying? But and then most of the time you on the highways and the byways, you hear people drumming, fire engines, motorcycles going by. So like when you first watch these videos, sometimes you might have your headphones on, you hear all this distraction in the background, man. But look, the man that blocks all that stuff out to get the message, man. Most times, like, look, you're not, like the brother said, you're not over here because they dress nice, they speak nice, they're in a church with a nice sound system, nice music. Bro, you gotta go through all this here bullshit basically to get the message, man. You got cars and shit riding by, motorcycles, trains, people honking horns, but yet you still be tuning in, man. And then you start tuning in to the point to where you don't even hear the fire trucks going by no more, man. You just listening with the headphones in and you good.
Hey, Con, because I remember back when I was first coming into this thing, and I used to watch the videos on my phone, and like my old girl be there, you know, I'm sitting there watching the video, you hear like, whoa, 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 It's like, what the hell are you doing? Turn that shit off. I'm like, you can't even hear it. I'm like, yo, I have to go into the other room, go outside of my car and enjoy it. You know, because nobody's catching the message except for those that's meant for the message is meant for.
Well, why they yelling?
Have the ears to hear.
Yeah, they just say, oh, it's a bunch of men yelling. That's all they hear.
That's right. The sheep hears his voice, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Hey, Con, real quick, and that's why Yahweh said, when you went out to the wilderness to a reed shaking in the wind,
Right.
You know, talking about John the Baptist, because look, you ain't gonna find the prophets of the Lord ain't gonna be some guys with suits, three-piece suits with the bow tie, or somebody floating in the lotus position. Now you're gonna find rough, rugged men just like Yahweh, John the Baptist, and the disciples.
And that's a perfect point because the Pharisees had already had the law. The Sadducees had already had the law. So when they were looking for the Son of Man, they were looking for something that appeared nice. You got to remember, our people grew up having the heritage of our forefathers being taught to them from a child. So you knew from a child that your granny's granny walked through the Red Sea when the ground was still wet. You had those stories in your households. So Jake was expecting something spectacular to come back in the form of the Son of Man, and it was spiritual at that point, and our people couldn't get it because they were stuck in the letter. They didn't see. That's why he said, you don't perceive. You can look at the weather, but you don't see what the spirit moving right now.
That's also why they say, isn't this the carpenter's son?
Right.
You know, they asked if this was the carpenter's son because they was looking for something a little bit higher than that, man. Just like how they look at us, man. We know these niggas. I went to school with these niggas, man. I work with these niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? I used to be out in the streets being wicked with these niggas, man.
Well, they never seen us on TV, giving our own opinion and making you feel good. So they say that these ain't men of the Lord. Right. But at the same time, Yahweh was look the same way. Like brother saying, he's just a carpenter's son. We know his brothers, we know his father, we know his family.
And he could have went to the synagogue and got learned men. He went to get fishermen on purpose.
You got unlearned men. That's
why
they said. That's why they said to even on the Yahweh side, how this man being unlearned know these letters, man. Teach like he has letters, man, with authority.
Quick precept, because at the same time, brothers make a good point here, because the Lord wants you to accept the word for the word.
Right.
You know, he wants you to accept the word, so that's why he don't got flashy, men of higher stature, celebrities, because he wanted he wanted men to come in to be sincere. They hear, man, them brothers dress nice, man. They got a nice camp with speaker sounds.
They all got the same color garments.
He wanted you to accept this. He wanted sincere men. He wanted you to accept the word, because the men in the other camps, they there, look, they all in single file line, and that's why they accepted the word, But the Lord,
real quick, that's why the Lord said that the leaven of the Pharisees was hypocrisy. Because what he said, that they enlarged the borders of their garments, they show out their phylacteries, because what they want to be seen of men, and like the brother's saying, man, they're these great, in the eyes of the people, they're these great men. But the Lord didn't want to bring in the elect through that, man. He wanted to bring in the elect through the lowly, man, the meek, the poor, man. the sick, the sinners, the publicans.
I got a quick precept with that. This is Matthew chapter 13. I'm gonna start at verse 53. And it came to pass that when Yahushua had finished these parables, he departed thence. And when he had come into his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, insomuch that they were astonished, and said, Whence hath this man this wisdom and these mighty works? Is this not the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary, and his brother James and Joseph, and Simon and Judas? And his sisters, are they not all with us? Whence then hath this man all these things? And they were offended in him. But Yahushua said unto them, A prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own household.
Woo! Hey, so that's why you don't have me and my brothers up here too. That come from my mom and my dad. That's why you don't have all of our families with us out here teaching. Because brother just read, a prophet is not worthy in his own household. The Lord said, I come to set a man at variance against his father. That's what you're witnessing.
Going before that, they said that they were questioning where did he come from? Who this guy come from? Where did he come from? You know, don't we know his father? Ain't this guy just a carpenter? Isn't his father just a carpenter? Like where this guy come from? Who did he get his knowledge from? Because why? Like the brother was saying, he didn't come from the same schools. He didn't go through the same. He didn't come as far as like the brother was saying. He didn't. Yeah, he was unlearned. He didn't come according to the scriptures.
And they expected
according to what they thought was the scriptures' interpretation.
They expected that. They expected the Son of Man to be raised up in the synagogues. And when they and the carpenter, because you become the occupation of your father before you. That's how the business continues. So they were already astonished at how he could have that kind of doctrine and not even be a carpenter. You know?
At age of 12, they were like that. The time I was 12, they were like, damn, how the hell did this kid know all this stuff?
Hey, but that's how they look at us, man. Right. But it's almost to a point to us in the fence. They were like, oh, surely this little nigga can't know more than me. You know what I'm saying? Like my parents, man. Both of my parents grew up, both their parents, one of my grandma on my mom's side, she's been preaching since my mom was a little child, man. So whenever I try to tell my mom about something in the scripture, say, you can't tell, I know I grew up in church. How you gonna tell me?
Hey, let me read it again. Matthew 13 and verse 54. And when he was coming to his own country, his own household, he taught them in their synagogue, insomuch that they were astonished, and said, Whence hath this man this wisdom and these mighty works? So they were like, wait a minute, where the hell did this man get this knowledge from? How did he get these breakdowns?
We ain't seen him in the synagogue learning.
We didn't see him in the classes we took. He ain't out there on every Sabbath, Sunday, reading the scriptures in the synagogue.
They were offended. Why? Because they grew up from a child being in the synagogue, learning about the laws, learning about Moses, learning about Isaiah. They were studying the scriptures and they got confounded by a 12-year-old, which they perceived to just be a normal 12-year-old. It was actually the Son of Man.
Right.
They, layman's terms, go back to talent. We all been given talents.
Gifts.
The dude that's been raised up since he was 5 years old to play football, right? He ready to go to college. He in college. But here's somebody that just got God-given talent. He just raw as hell. He like, damn, I've been training since I've been like 5 years old. You know,
surpassed.
You know, from little league to
I ain't heard of this guy. He wasn't
high
no
school.
5-star recruit or nothing.
Yeah, but he just got that talent.
He was a walk-on.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's what Yahushua was. Yahushua was a walk-on, man. He just came up into the scene, man.
Right. Because that talent.
Right? And real quick, add on it. We follow that same step. You know, we the same way. You know, family looking too bugged out. You know, we walk ons too, man. Yeah, bro. Your family looking too bugged out. The people at your job. And they like, damn, I know this nigga, bro. What the fuck you talking about? The Lord Black. Where's he from? Yeah, what the fuck you talking about, bro? I'm reading the same Bible you reading. I don't see the.
Some of us never been to church in our life like that, you know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden we have all this deep knowledge.
He's just out of nowhere just changed, you know? He's just somebody different. I don't fuck with him like that.
And this brother Dawud brought that out last week when he was bringing up the testimony about his homeboy. He said that he was just changed. Oh, he just changed. I don't know what's going on with him. Hey man, that's the same thing that people were talking about when they saw the prophets, man. Like, wait a minute.
This nigga?
Is that Jonas? Yeah. What's this nigga doing out here, man? I know this nigga from back then, man. I used to be stealing apples with this man.
Right.
Yep.
Like, you know.
Hey, man, imagine Matthew, man. One of the disciples, man. Matthew was a publican. The Israelites hated publicans, man. But what? That's why Yahweh Shai said he can't, you know, that's why the wicked scribes and Pharisees said, why your master sit eating with sinners and publicans, man. So imagine the kind of hell they went through back then. So how much more now, man? You know, with all the shit we've done, you know, because people know us, man. We ain't perfect. That's why the Lord called us, man. We got to have something to repent from. Right. The Lord ain't gonna bring in the perfect people into this truth, man.
That no man may boast. And real quick, before I bring this precept, that's just the nature of the Heavenly Father, man. Right? Did not the scripture say, "Is this the man?" The same thing how it is on the wicked, on the left hand side, same thing as on the right hand side. Like damn, you know, this little crippled ass Edomite is causing all this hell, and this is that great beast that everybody's
It seems
scared
so
of.
nice.
You know what I mean? But same thing with us. Like, is this the, you know,
These the holy people. These niggas be wicked.
not wearing the James 1:19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word which is able to save your souls. That's ultimately, if you are a hopeful member of the elect, that's ultimately what you're going to receive. That's the only thing you're going to receive. You ain't going to be like, oh, well, them brothers had nice clothes on, you know, or them brothers had a lot of money. You know, if you ain't for any of those kind of reasons, then, you know, eventually you're going to be out of here, all right? Because why? When, you know, it come high and low in the truth when all the money is gone and all that's gone, like, you know, where your foundation, what you got to hold on to? You wasn't here for the word. You know what I mean? This is my last precept right here. This is Sirach 11:2. Commend not a man for his beauty, neither abhor a man for his outward appearance. All right? And the scriptures say a poor man's wisdom is not heard. You know, they look at us and be like, you know, just the same thing like a damn shade tree mechanic. You know, how much respect he got? A shade tree mechanic versus a dude in like a big building.
ASC certified.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, no, I ain't having this dude work on my car.
Working Mercedes.
Yeah, working Mercedes where, you know, the ground, you know, they wearing all white
Yeah,
suits.
gloves and shit.
Gloves. He like, yeah, I'd rather them people work on my car.
Jake could try to negotiate with the shade tree gang.
Yeah.
I get 10.
Yeah, but you don't
They'll
know
pay
his work.
$500 an hour for the Mercedes.
Yeah, you know, that's just how it is. Go ahead.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7.
See your package.
But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance
I just thought of that in my
or on
head.
the height of his stature,
1 Samuel 16.
because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man
For
seeth.
the Lord seeth not how man seeth. You know, the people look at us like, man, this nigga, fuck you mean this is a man of the Lord?
Hey, well,
You know?
it's like real
Right,
quick.
yeah.
We had these Amalekites earlier. They were like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This brother look like a receiver.
Bro, you had a guy, hey, you had him come out and say, look, man,
Just
you know,
looking at the stature of man.
yeah, if he smoke, you know, just put the blunt out right here, you know.
Hey, but-
Don't nobody over here smoke, bro. Come on.
Little did they know that they was talking to men of the Lord.
Yeah, I don't even know, you know. But
Who
just
they
gave-
claim to be.
But just gave a sacrifice of a fool, man.
They're just looking at the appearance. They see a bunch of young blacks and Hispanics coming to rent their place out. They're looking like, oh, well, these niggas gonna be smoking and drinking.
They just like what good can come from, you know, same attitude they have about you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. What good can come out of y'all? And that's because, right?
Yeah.
Well, everything that they see is a testament of our people's wickedness, man. And that's a product of you 2/3, but first and foremost, Esau putting that spirit on our people by sanctioning of the Lord.
Because Esau Edom is a true savage, man. He the one that come from the Caucasus Mountains, man. That's why he was a Caucasian man. You know, but what he put that savage spirit on you takes. That's why you have more popularity coming out of the hip hop industry, all right, rather than jazz or so forth and so on, because he's pushing that savage mentality out there on you so-called Negro Latino Native Indians, man. No? Why? So that you can stay in that dumbed down mentality, that low vibration, that low frequency, all right, of being nobody, all right, of being nothing but a savage, a thug, a killer, a nigga on the block. You know? That's what Esau Edom pushes out here, man. But when it comes down to us, we're the biggest threat. Why? Because we ain't in that society. We not in that, you know, we ain't in that what is it? We ain't in that we ain't in that world. We ain't in that program, man. We out of the world. That's why Yahweh said they are not of the world. You know? We ain't of the world, man. We not with your Cesare Borgia worship, man. We not with your idolatry, man. You know? We not with your New World Order, man. Okay? We're not with the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, man. Why? Because we understand that when it's coming back, that's being set up profitable. According to Sirach, the 10th chapter, man. The one that's being set up profitable is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, so-called eagle. And he's coming back to deem the world, all right, and everything that is in it and under it as his possession. Because he died for it, man. All right?
And well, that's why they said that you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans with these Bibles are a bigger threat than the so-called right-wing extremists. They're not worried about these so-called white people in the woods getting ready to go against the government, but they're worried about you with this truth, man. You're more of a threat. You know why? Because this is not a playing field Esau's accustomed to. Esau's a carnal man. He only knows guns and butter. That's all he knows. He don't. When it comes to spirit, he lost, man. That's like putting a basketball player on the ice rink. He don't know how to play in this game, man.
And that's why Ephesians 6 chapter say we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Esau Edom all his life, he knew his carnality. We're not wrestling flesh and blood, man. We wrestling spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right.
And we understand that. That's why these enchantments, they can't get to the elect. They can't touch us. Why? Because we are understanding that spiritual battle. We have the coverings of the blood of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, which is that mercy.
And the worst thing you can do to a vagabond and fugitive is reveal his proper identity. Right.
Yep. Tells you that in Genesis the 4th chapter, when Cain said, "If they shall find me, they shall slay me." You know.
That's why he's trying to silence the prophet.
Edom, and that's ultimately why he's trying to hide that Edom is done away with.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he goes under the identity of a self-proclaimed white man. Because what if you find out who is the hated of the Most High, Esau Edom? Then what? Then you will know. Okay, this is the man that's the wicked of the earth that the earth is given into, man. You know, but what he hides under white. You know, go ahead.
Hey, real quick, if I could say, one of the reasons this is a threat to, you know, this is more of a threat, us reading the Bibles, is because why? We bringing out that truth, which is gonna wake our people up, man. All right, which if our people just woke up to the truth of who they were, they would stop participating in this society. This is why elections is so important. Not to choose a president, but just to make sure that they still got y'all in that trap. You still believe in this here system, man.
Yep.
The scriptures say what? If all my people would turn to the east and pray to me, this day will I deliver you, man. So this is why this is such a threat, because why? It's slowly but surely waking up the elect, bringing salvation. All right? Revelation 12:12, the devil knows he had but a short time, man. Oh shit, these niggas is waking up. They gonna all start calling on the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And if enough of them call on him, if the right ones call on him, he gonna come and deliver their ass, man. So this is a ticking time bomb in the belly of the beast. Go ahead, brother.
Now I was gonna say, the moment you stop believing the so-called white man is the top dog, he loses his power.
Exactly.
The moment you stop looking at him like James Bond and seeing him as the beast that he is, he loses his power, man.
Yeah.
Cause they call you the beast.
Right.
But you ain't took nobody land. You ain't mentioned people and documented. They did that. And the moment you start removing that confidence in him and his system, he loses his power overnight, man.
And real quick, to bring out a real example of what the brother's saying, man. If you ever seen the movie The Wizard of Oz, man, you had these people going through hell and high water to go do these tasks for the damn wizard to get these little things that they thought they wanted. Man, I need a heart. I need courage. Not realizing they already had these things, but what? They go into this so-called all-powerful Oz character, right? But come to find out, a little fucking dog then exposed his ass, pulled a curtain on his ass, man. That ain't nothing but a little small-ass Edomite on the goddamn box, man, with a microphone, man. A bunch of trickery and technology.
Yep.
So if all the people of the land of Oz was to wake up to this nigga who got them in subjection, you think he still had them in power? That's the same thing that's going on right now, man. The only reason that this so-called white man got us in subjection is through the laws that he's telling us, man. You niggas ain't nothing but niggas and spicks. You came over here as slaves to serve us, man. No, in reality, we came over here under our punishment, man. We about to have your ass in slavery. This is why your kingdom is falling down, man. This is why all the calamities is going on right now, man. This is why all these other nations is pointing their missiles at your ass, man. The Lord is about to come and deliver us and put y'all ass under our feet, man. But if only if our people woke up to this, man, this place will crumble overnight, man. All right, stop looking at these people as your gods, man. As long as our people still bowing down to this goddamn white man, they won't ever see him as your slave, man. That's your slave, not your master, man. You don't bow down and pray to him. He's supposed to be bowing down, praying, and serving your ass, man.
What's the prophecy? I have seen servants
Sirach.
upon horses
Sirach 25.
and princes upon the ground walking as servants, man.
And we just not too long ago where they had goddamn arrested Jake. They had the police was on the horses and pulling his ass alongside, man. The Lord is showing you niggas all these signs, man. They're showing you all these signs of what's going on, but yet our people still want to be blinded, man. So this is why 2/3 of our people got to taste death, man, because you don't want to get your ticket to get on the train now. So your ass got to die over here and become part of the soil, man.
After death by pain. The only way you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American Indians is going to know that so-called white man is the devil is dying with him, man.
When he put your ass to death.
Yeah, you got to go with him.
Because the scriptures say they'll join hand in hand.
The wicked
shall
shall not go
unpunished.
unpunished.
Because the majority of our people, they want to co-sign with the so-called white man. Even though here it is, you look in history and all the atrocities that the so-called white man has done to our people, you see that he hates you. You see that he has done nothing but rape, rob, and murder our people and steal our land and do all manner of atrocity unto us, but you still want to co-sign with him. You want to say, oh, the white man ain't so bad. All right, the white man pays my bills. The white man gives me my paychecks. But in all reality, the white man is enslaving you, man, for 500 years. All right? But what, now, since you don't want to come up against him, since you want to co-sign with him, you're going to die with him in these last days.
That's right.
Because America's going to be destroyed via thermonuclear fire. And all you simple-ass Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that want to keep rolling around in his shit that he has given you, then you're going to die with his ass, man.
Right.
And the Lord's going to save those that are faithful unto him. Go ahead.
That's right.
You got it.
The book of Sirach, chapter 13, verse 16. All flesh consorteth according to kind,
Yeah.
and a man will cleave to his life.
Yep.
What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb?
Right.
So the sinner with the godly. What agreement is there the hyena and the dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor?
Hey, so the Lord is showing you that difference, man, between the righteous and the wicked, man. And that's what. Go ahead, you got it.
No, I'm saying Jake lost that sense, man.
Yeah.
Because every other light sticks to their light. Every other kind sticks to their kind, man. Except for you go back to
Hey, Muhammad Ali said that, man.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he said
The
bluebirds
bluebirds,
fly
the
with
bluebirds.
the red jays fly with the red jays, the pigeons fly with the pigeons, but they all birds though, right? But they all flock with their same kind. You know, the lions roll with the lions, the tigers roll with the tigers, but they all cats, right? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
Nah, beautiful point, because our people lost that, man. The so-called Moab, he not gonna put you over here over other Moabites. Ammon ain't gonna put you
with them.
Yeah.
Chinese food
No,
restaurant.
you ain't even getting in there.
Ammon ain't gonna hire you before he hire another Ammonite, man. And the same thing goes on and on with all the families of the earth, except for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which shows you that you are the children of Israel, man.
Because what they
You
all
don't even consider.
all these nations are confederate with each other to keep you down, man. Keep you under their feet, man. Keep you pressed foot upon your neck.
Because they profit from that.
Yep.
The moment that you start sticking to your own, the majority of these nations lose their power and they lose their finances because they use your community. Take that money out of your community, and then they put their kids through college, and they put their kids in houses.
And they profit off of your suffering, man.
Right.
When you go inside the Jake neighborhoods, you go to the little convenience stores, man. Jake don't own them. It's always some Arabs, the Ishmaelites, the Moabites. You know what I'm saying? These are the Hamites. These are the ones that's owning these stores inside of your neighborhood. But guess what? They're profiting off of your death and destruction, buying cheap liquor, tobacco products, pork skins,
Hair extensions.
hair extensions and stuff. Moab make a whole lot of money off of that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the end all be all, they're profiting off of your death and destruction, man. Out of enslaving your ass, man. What other out of all these other nations, man, they all stand up for their own people, man. Let one of these so-called Chinese people get stomped out here in America. I guarantee you they'll have some people from China standing up for his rights, man. When there was one of those shooters wound up shooting up some of these people, I think out in California, right? When some of these so-called Mexicans got shot, right? There was some so-called Mexican citizens that was over there. The Mexican government was standing up for their own people, man. All right, so how much more really are you Israelites, especially that's over here? Why don't you stand up for your own people, man? You the only people that want to be inclusive with everybody else, man. Oh, we need to worry about the rights of everybody else, especially the LGBTQ, the alphabet group, man. You want to stand up for their rights, but what about your rights, man? You know, you got the so-called black man that's out here fighting for these people's rights and stuff. Nigga, you don't realize you ain't got no rights in America, man. You are the bottom of the whole barrel, man, the so-called black man. You can't get no kind of help here in America from nothing, man. All right, but what? Everybody else here is above you, man. Nobody else is in Confederate to raise up their own people. Well, everybody else is and league to raise up their own people, except for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why the Lord sent out his prophets, man. And that's why they're going to only gather the elect, because 2/3 of our people are still cleaving unto Esau, Edom, man. They want to be tied together with their oppressor, man. They love being in this captivity up under him, man. They comfortable in this state, man. All right? Go ahead, brother.
This Luke chapter 16, verse 19. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores.
That's the heathen nations, man.
Right.
Heathen nations coming off of Esau, because Esau's the head of the confederacy.
And I
But
got
what?
that for you.
And then these heathens, they come in and lick the wounds off of us, man. The dogs of these heathens, man.
Right.
The Goop, the Moab, Ammon, Ham. What else? Moab,
Yeah.
Ammon,
Ishmael,
Japheth, even Japheth, man. Elam, God, they all lick the wounds, man. After we down, we ain't got no money. After Esau's done with us, then they set up shop in your hood to further the affliction, man.
Hey, real quick, on Moab, the Chinese food restaurants, man. Whenever you go in there, when you go to the hood, man, that's all you see. It's like how they say, one of the comedians say, drugstore, liquor store, or gun store, liquor store, gun store, liquor store. Man, in the hood, you see church, gun store, liquor store, Chinese food restaurant, man. Every other block is a goddamn Chinese food restaurant.
it's a
But
recipe
you
for
never really
disaster.
see the Chinese people in there eating their own food,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
They never
Chinese
eat
food.
that. Yeah, they don't eat that.
They eat fish.
They eat
don't
vegetables
Chinese-
and stuff like
Kung
that.
Pao chicken.
Yeah, they don't eat none of that shit that they selling y'all, man.
Because it really ain't chicken.
That's
Right,
Exactly.
but and you think about it, you know, and over there they openly eat dog, man. They got markets for that shit over there, man.
Hey, that's why when you go to the mall, they be so quick to
Yeah,
give you
yeah,
that.
yeah,
They have
sample.
that shit on that little toothpick.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what they do, man. Hey, what? They constantly forward the affliction of these so-called Negro Latino American Indians.
And licking the wounds, man.
And,
Getting eaten off. Go ahead, brother.
and you can't get blood from a stone, man. Meaning that if the so-called white man never treated you right from the get-go, why would you trust him to do that in 2019? If he ain't do that big, if they had to force him to give you so-called equal rights, what make you think this man gonna ever treat you fair? You cannot get blood from a stone, man.
Back the brother up. They so-called force you to give equal rights. That was a snare in itself.
And you still didn't do it.
You know, that was a snare in itself because it made you worse.
off.
Yep, fall back
Now
asleep.
You don't know who the enemy
Segregation.
is.
You don't rebel, yeah.
And you got segregated. You wanted to transfer all your resources to their ass. That was when we had some.
I got a quick precept real quick. That was a good. The Lazarus. That was a good verse. First Maccabees 2:10. What
Oh, yeah.
nation have not had part of her
Yes.
kingdom
Right.
and gotten of her
The spoils, yeah.
Right. And what nation, man? All of these nations profit from you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans not knowing who you are. That's why none of them desire to see you get yourselves together, man. That's why they'll all go to World Star Hip Hop, watch it, laugh, and leave comments, but won't really try to help you out or tell you who you really are. Because there are scholars who know this, man. Everything that we say on the highways and hedges, there are scholars who actually know that we're the children of Israel, man.
Hey, I was gonna say real quick, like I was saying earlier, the scripture also said if we was all to wake up and call on the name of the Lord, we would be delivered. But in a carnal sense, just think about it. So-called black women spend, I believe, either $800 million or like $8 billion a year or something like that on just hair products alone. All right, that's more than most of these countries bring in as the whole fucking country, man. And we're only talking about one demographic, just so-called black women in a certain age demographic, because you got these old women ain't doing this, all right, and the young little girls ain't doing this. So it's only a certain demographic of a certain group of women, not even the men or nobody else, man. So if you think about this, if we're putting that much money into the economy, man, look how much we put into, and Jake buy everything cash, man. Jake is always going to the store buying some shit, man, convenience stores and so on and so forth, man. What if we stop participating in this here society? What will happen to this shit, man? It would all crumble immediately, man. But this whole place is being upheld by Jake over here constantly participating in this, man. They already tell you, man, Trump and all these people, they cut the taxes for the so-called rich. So who the fuck is paying the taxes, man? It's you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans at the bottom of the barrel, man. Where do these tax dollars go, man? You go out and be paying up the military budget so they can go pay Lockheed Martin and all these other countries to go bomb and put these other nations in subjection. All right, so if it wasn't for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans creating the wealth to sit here and go and turn the wheels to create these bombs and missiles to subject the rest of the world, Esau wouldn't have no power, man. This is why he needs you to stay asleep and stay inside this here American nightmare, man. Because it's giving life unto him, man. All right?
This is Psalms 83:1. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace. Be not still, O God.
Yeah, and that's what the Lord doing right now. He not holding back his peace because the prophets here. St. Luke 1:70. He spoke by the mouth of his prophets as the world began. Go ahead.
Come. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
And at this point, it's unspoken. At this point, they've already established it, so it's unspoken. When Ishmael come over, he already know what neighborhoods to go to. He don't gotta sit at the White House. He don't gotta sit and be groomed into how he need to operate once he get over here, man. He know to come over here and set up his shops, and he know exactly where to go. Ammon, Moab, all of them, they know exactly, because this tumult, this confederacy is from the days of old.
That's right. Perpetual.
The scriptures say in Isaiah, I believe, it says from the ancient how that very
Heavily laid the yoke.
All the way from, like you said, all the way from the beginning of the times, man.
Because what did he say when Isaac gave him the blessing? He said, surely this day, crying for my father, I will no more shed a tear for Isaac. He said, but surely this day will I slay my brother Jacob. So since that day, he had in his heart to slay Jacob. Who was Jacob? So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians.
God don't want us to pray. You want to pray on your enemies, not your loved ones, bro.
What's your purpose? Yeah, go ahead.
Just keep preaching.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 11.
Yeah.
And after 3 days and a half, Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Because we was just talking about how, these nations, they keep taking down. The brother brought out a beautiful precept about Lazarus and the rich man, all right? How the dogs lick the wounds. Okay, so I even tell you about Esau, Edom, even at the time of their destruction, right? The time when their iniquity had an end, that he pretty much, he kept it going, man.
Further the affliction.
Yeah, he further.
Zechariah 1
Because
and
when
2.
you look at those hangings and lynchings, that was post-slavery, right? That was post-slavery. Jim Crow laws.
It didn't worship too, it was after slavery.
After slavery, man.
because you no longer had any value in that.
Right.
Yep.
It was more like genocide at that point. You wanted good, strong, healthy slaves to produce, man. You don't want to have a machine. You don't want to go buy a machine that's like broke down and already all fucked up. You want a high performance machine, so you're gonna make sure they're all right. You know what I'm saying? But then once, we ain't got no use to these shits. Just like you got a car, right? Your brand new car, whatever, whatnot. You ride in your car. You want to take care of the car. Don't be dragging your car out. But now you got another new car. You got this old car. We about to take this shit to the junkyard anyway. Well, fuck it. We gonna got one more day left with it. Let's see what this bitch can do. You don't care. You about to get rid of it. And that's what they started doing to us, man. Alligator bait, man. Hanging us, man. Lynching us. Jim Crow laws. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah, that's a testimony of the actual hatred, man. Because he didn't have to do that. You know, he did that out of pure hatred, which manifested itself that he saw Edom, man.
Yep.
Just get straight.
All right, come.
Come.
Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 3. And say unto it, thus saith Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, behold, O Mount Seir.
And Mount Seir, that's Esau Edom, right? The so-called white man. He's really red.
That's right.
You know, all through his skin, he's red. Okay? Go ahead.
Khan, I am against thee. I am against thee.
So the Lord said he against you. All right, go ahead.
Khan, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
Yep.
I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate.
Yep, so the Lord is going to lay these cities waste. It tell you in Malachi, right? They shall build, but shall throw down.
That's right.
Right, so the Lord is going to lay the cities of Esau, Edom waste, man. Okay, go ahead.
And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh Bashmiel Shai.
And you gonna know he's the power, man. Because Elder Gabar did a beautiful lesson when he went in Isaiah the 10th chapter. All right, about Esau boasted himself, but the Most High gave him that power, man. All right, he think through his wisdom he's gotten to these new heights, man. That he was able to obtain such greatness through his own wisdom. Okay, that's why he's so wise till he's stupid. You know.
Right.
Go ahead.
Khan, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
And that's what they done. They have shed the blood of the children of Israel. Okay? Lynchings upon lynchings and hangings. Okay? Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and when you own that book Without Sanctuary, some of those are Latinos in Mexico. Okay, I had the book, I forgot where it was at, but you know, they look like white men, but if you read, some of them were the Hispanic tribes, man. All right, being hung on those trees.
Like when you go into Esau's atrocities, man, Esau would have Jake have sex with his mother, which is where you get the terminology motherfucker, excuse my French. They would have sex breeding farms. They would send girls there and just have them be penetrated so they can have children. All of these things is a testament unto Esau's wickedness. That's why it says shame shall cover him. That's why they don't want us out here.
Right.
Because we're going to remind them of what they've done. We're going to remind them of not accounting for the labors of the children of Israel, even if the children of Israel don't want it no more. Because 2/3 of our people no longer want justice. They don't want liberty. They don't want to govern themselves. They just want a bigger piece of captivity. You see them out there with them picket signs. They asking for a bigger piece of captivity. Can I make my cell a little bit bigger, master? Please. Can I get an extra biscuit, master, at lunchtime? Please. They're not asking to be liberated, man.
We just want a little more time on the rec yard, man. Hey, but if I could say, man, hey, with this, man, this is where you get a lot of these terms, right? Like a barbecue and a picnic, man. These so-called white people, the Edomites, used to come through and say, we finna go pick a nigga and barbecue his ass, man. And this is what you see right here, man. This is the old Instagram and Facebook, man. This is what they used to do to us, man. Take postcards and send it to each other, man. Hey, look at what we got. One of these niggas, we done strung this nigga up. We picked the nigga and barbecued his ass, man. And we took his babies and made him alligator bait so they can go get their gator purses and their gator boots, man. Gator belts, man. This is where he had the Seminole Gators game going on, man. The Seminole Indians are our brothers, man. The Reubenites, man. They talking about gator bait, man. They was talking about feeding you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to alligators, man, so they can walk around with their so-called expensive gator boots, man, and their gator belts, man. But guess what? The same thing is gonna be happening to you and your children, man. Hey, the scriptures say if you all have children, it's gonna be for the sword, man. If they multiply,
Job 27.
It's gonna be for the sword, man.
Job 27.
All right. The same thing is gonna be happy. The Lord said in the scriptures, "How happy is he that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones, man." This is what they used to do to our people, man. They used to curb stomp our babies, man. All right. When they was marching us down with the Trail of Tears, man. All right. When they used to come through with the Trail of Tears, with these damn devils, what's his name? Andrew Jackson used to do, man. If the woman was pregnant, all right, they would cut the baby out the stomach and let the baby just drop out. This is where you get C-sections from, man. And notice they only really push C-sections heavily on the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American women, man. That's a ritual that they keep fermenting over and over and over again, man. They also used to take the damn babies and take them and smash them up against the damn trees because they would slow them down on the walk, man. All right, so this is why it's in the scriptures, happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones, man.
And real quick, in the journal of Christopher Columbus, which was an alias, his real name was Cristobal Colon, he wrote in his journal that they would see who was the strongest man by grabbing the babies by their legs and just ripping them apart, man.
I got that.
Cutting the hands off of the native Indians on the islands. All right, what else? They used to make them carry them around the islands. Okay, there's one account where Christopher Columbus said that they killed this one young indigenous person just to take his parrot from him, man. So these are the atrocities that the self-proclaimed white man has done to our people, and he's documented it, man.
Yeah. And still do it to this same day, man. Still do it to the same day, man. Going around hunting us down like how they used to do back in the days like this, man. This is the old school way, Instagram and Twitter, man. The new school way is the police body cams when they shooting you unarmed jakes down for no reason, man. What do you think these people was guilty of doing, man, besides so-called being Israelites or being Israelites here up under Esau Edom, man? The same thing, you got these unarmed jakes that's walking around getting gunned down and they putting the videos on the YouTube, on the internet, and on the news, keep playing it over and over again. This is the same spirit of the same devil doing the same shit to our people, man.
Yeah.
All right, this is the damn devil, man. This is what he go around doing, man. All right?
And we understand that none ever perish being innocent, but this devil, he'll torture our people, man. You supposed to just, if a nigga do wrong, you just supposed
stone
to kill
him,
him, man.
yeah,
Stone
it's
him,
simple.
Give him a quick death, man. You're not supposed to torture him, hang him. Hanging ain't a quick death unless your neck breaks. They would burn him at the stake. They would hang him while burning him, castrate him. That ain't biblical, man. They would torture our people, man.
Oh, devastation of the Indies,
This is the Devastation of the Indies by Bartolome de las Casas, and this is Hispaniola, all right? And it says, here it is. It says, they attacked the towns and spared neither the children, nor the aged, nor pregnant women, nor women in childbed, meaning a woman who just had a child and she wasn't even strong enough to get off the bed. You so-called white people will put her to death, man.
Yep. Hey, and if brother ever had, you know, a woman ever gave birth, the woman, she real weak.
Yeah.
She real weak. Like she need help going to the restroom, man.
And this account says that when the conquistadors came over here, that's what they would do to the women who just had children.
Yeah.
Put them to death before they didn't even have the strength to get out of bed. And this we talking about a woman. Continuing, it says, not only stabbing them and dismembering them, but cutting them to pieces as if dealing with sheep in the slaughterhouse. They laid
Like the
beds.
scriptures say that we led to the we are led like
Sheep to the slaughter. Yeah, bro.
They laid bets as to who, with one stroke of the sword, could split a man in two, or could cut off his head, or spill out his entrails with a single stroke of the pike. They took infants from their mother's breast, snatching them by the legs, and pitching them head first against the crags, or snatched them by the arms and threw them into the rivers. And the crags go in the rocks, man. That's why King David said, blessed are we gonna be to do the same thing, man.
Yeah.
And this shows you that the Latino tribes, the Hispanics and Native Americans were going through it too, man.
Yep.
Hey, if I may add,
real quick. That's why the scriptures say that Judah and Israel
We're pressed together.
pressed together.
It's in Jeremiah, yep.
and if I may add, that's why the scriptures say, reward her double as she has rewarded thee. Do unto her double, man. Edom has to pay double, all right? You look at the things that we went through, man, all right? You look at the things that so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indians went through, man, all right? He got to pay for this, man, double, all right? Because he afforded our affliction, man, okay? And to this fucking day, man, okay? Our people are hung out on drugs, all right? Okay? And nobody's coming to our aid to this day. He has to pay, man. Whether you want it or not, he has to pay. Thus saith the scriptures, man. Thus saith the scriptures, all right? Psalms 149 must be fulfilled, all right? Must be fulfilled, man. Everything you've done to us must be fulfilled. Double.
Okay, the tab has to be paid, man. You can't go into a restaurant and eat everything you want, get all the drinks you want to take, and then at the end just walk out. No, the self-proclaimed white man, Esau Edom according to the Bible, has racked up a tab, and now it's time to pay. All right, the one people ignorantly call Jesus Christ, he's on his way back to repay the self-proclaimed white people back for the atrocities that you have committed unto his people.
That's right!
All right, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans is the apple of the Most High's eye. And you have done nothing but rape, rob, and murder them for the last 500 years.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity.
And we're gonna remind you every time.
No respect.
We're gonna remind you. We never gonna keep our peace. Thus saith Yahweh Shema Shah on the wickedness that you've done to our people, man.
And that's spiritual. You just said that. Our people like to say, why y'all keep bringing up slavery? Why y'all keep bringing up slavery? Hey, because this is that bill that Esau has to pay for, man. So you gotta be reminded of his tab. You done racked up this. It's like, yo, bro, you got an apartment. Now you about to get up out of the apartment. They gotta go do the walkthrough and see the damage you did. All right, the carpet fucked up. We gotta go repaint the walls. All right, so you ain't getting your deposit back. You gonna actually owe us a little bit more money, man.
Hey, this is a spiritual audit. You've been
Yeah.
found wanting.
And your taxes has been found. You ain't been paying your taxes for 500 years, man. Hey, because look, you know, like the brother just said, why you keep bringing up slavery? Well, hell, go 2 months without paying your rent. Why don't you tell them why you keep bringing up that last month? Why you keep bringing up that last month of rent? Let's talk about today. I got the money for today. What about last month? You still got to pay for that, man. Just like the self-proclaimed white man got to pay for all the atrocity he's done, man. Because he's done nothing but go around the whole earth and destroy everything, man.
Right.
Everywhere the so-called white man has gone, he's just brought nothing but destruction, man. Tell me I'm lying. What good has the self-proclaimed white man done on this earth?
Hey, well, Salak, real quick, if I may say this, the Iranian president just said this. He said, everywhere America has gone, it's followed nothing but terrorism.
And that's in the scripture.
And tell us that's a lie.
And the scriptures say that death and hell followed him.
Habakkuk 2 and 6.
That's the embodiment of death and destruction, man.
What is that? Revelation chapter 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Talking about the red horse.
He was like 2 or 3 horses in there, man.
Real quick, Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. woe to the bloody city. It says, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not.
And you need, and 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans don't want to depart, man. Y'all don't even want to. Y'all don't even want to discuss what's been done to you.
Yeah.
Y'all begging for reparations, and nothing. There's no dollar amount that can ever account for the bodies that this man has caught.
Hey, Kurt, it said woe to the bloody city, right? How much blood was spilled in order to build this concrete? Who bones is under this concrete? Whose bones? Answer that question. No, it's the Moabites. It's the so-called Chinese men. No, it's the so-called Latinos, man. It's the so-called Hispanics. It's the so-called Indians. All right? Yeah. You came over here and established this land off of the blood and the sweat and the tears, all right, of the Gadites, all right, of the Reubenites, man. And that so-called a few number almost extinct, man. Because what's his name cannot leave his hand off of the sword, man. Christopher Colon, you know. So guess what? You gotta pay for this, my man. Hey, this shit ain't swept under no carpet, man.
Yeah.
The scriptures say, Isaiah 47, sit down in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. There is no throne. The Heavenly Father has to humble this place, the land of unwalled villages, man. That's where all these missiles is made. Okay? That's Job 20 and 23. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, man. All right? Terror shall make him afraid on every side. That's why you bugging out. You ain't bugging out over us. You bugging out because Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai is visiting you, man.
And he's seeing it coming, man. He's seeing them chariots, the economic collapse coming. The Israelites waking back up, man. The other nations is leaving his side as being his allies, man. Hey, man, terrorists is making him afraid on every side, man. He can't just deal with one problem because it's another problem, and another problem, and another problem, man. And he's losing his war, man.
And that just go back to a man just living by the sword.
Huh.
You know, you done fucked up all people eventually.
Yep, so they not take this. That's an Habakkuk too. Shall not they take up this proverb, you know?
You never know who gonna
Daunting
come back
proverb
and
against
get
it
you. You've been
come.
robbing everybody.
Habakkuk second chapter.
Like, damn, I forgot it.
It's now becoming
Everything to him, he's like a hammer, the hammer of the earth. When you the hammer of the earth, man, everything look like a goddamn nail to you, man. And so this is all he been doing, is just beating everything down, man. And now he's just like, you know what? Everything is turned against him, man. All right?
Yeah, he got more than book. All right, so it says they took infants from their mother's breast, snatching them by the legs and pitching them head first against the crags, or snatched them by the arms and threw them into the rivers, roaring with laughter and saying as the babies fell into the water, boil there, you offspring of the devil.
Hey, Con, hold that real quick because I want to bring out the scripture that backs that up. Because he just said, read that part again, throwing the babies against the crags.
Con.
Because people, you'll read this here and you'll understand. Let me read this first, because people read this and be like, oh, the Bible going off. All right, but look, it says reward her double what she's done, right? So this is Psalms 137. I'm going to start at verse 7. Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundations thereof. Talking about destroying us, man. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
Before you read on, that just proves too that Esau is the daughter of Babylon. That Esau and Babylon are one and the same.
One and the same.
All right, go ahead.
It says, happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones. So when you asking, why would God say happy? How happy you gonna be taking somebody's little baby and smashing them on a stone? What kind of God is that? That's a just God, man. That's a righteous God, man. You paying them back double for what they did to you, right? So we just read about how we're gonna take their babies and dash them against the stones, but the reason we're gonna do that is because of why? Paying them back. Read that again, brother.
They took infants from their mother's breast, snatching them by the legs and pitching them head first against the crags.
Right there, bro.
So
or snatched them by the arms and threw them into the rivers,
and they gotta pay back double.
roaring with laughter and saying as the babies fell into the water, boil there, you offspring of the devil. Other infants they put to the sword along with their mothers and anyone else who happened to be nearby. They made some low, wide gallows in which the hanged victims' feet almost touched the ground, stringing up their victims in lots of 13 in memory of our Redeemer and his 12 apostles. Then set burning wood at their feet and thus burned them alive. To others, they attach straw or wrap their whole bodies in straw and set them on fire.
Let's make my blood.
Hey, why don't they teach you that shit at
That's
school?
exactly
You know?
what the so-called white man did to walk around with shorts on, with fanny packs, to drink
White
Starbucks.
shirts and shit.
That they just all the blood they had to shed to have this, man. Come on, man.
Again, look at the Gator bait, man. Oh, they didn't do that to babies. Look, man, they got the signs. They set this up like just like how people be like taking selfies and shit for memories and snapshots to keep memories safe. That's what Esau did, man. You know you really
Apostles
fucked
and
up by
libraries
taking these
and that
pictures and bragging and boasting about it, but this is coming back to bite you in the ass, man.
And that Psalm,
These were postcards.
That Psalm 137 you read too. There's a show on Netflix. They brought that out. Esau brought that out. I'll send you, if I remember, Lord willing, I'll send you the script, or I'll send you the clip on the in the WhatsApp app. They know about that scripture. Esau, go ahead, bro.
All right, this is page 33, and it reads, "And the Christians attacked them with buffets and beatings until finally they laid hands on the nobles of the village. Then they behaved with such temerity and shamelessness that the most powerful ruler of the islands had to see his own wife raped by a Christian officer."
Look, they can't. This is what those so-called Christians came in the name of. This is what people worship today, man. So-called Jesus Christ, man. This is what Jesus Christ brought to our people, man. Read that again, Baba Kashar. So they acted so shameful in the name of Jesus Christ, man. Did all these atrocities in the name of sweet Jesus.
Verse 33.
But our people want to worship this, man. Our people have the audacity of have this devil pictured all around their house, man. When our conquerors, they even called themselves the conquistadors, came over here in the name of sweet Jesus, man. Jesus Christ. In the name of Christianity. We're reading about what Christianity brought our people, man. Go ahead.
And they brought you over on the slave shit. One of the slave ships was the sweet baby Jesus.
Yep.
Come on now. Sweet baby Jesus was delivering your ass into captivity, man. That was the goddamn chariot that swung along and brought your ass over here, man.
Bibles and swords, man.
And the Christians attacked them with buffets and beatings until finally they laid hands on the nobles of the villages. Then they behaved with such temerity and shamelessness that the most powerful ruler of the islands had to see his own wife raped by a Christian officer. And that's what you so-called white people did to have what you have now, man. That's why Lamentation says what? Rejoice, be glad,
Yeah.
have a drink, take a shot, match your credit cards. Because when the Lord put y'all in our hands, it ain't gonna be nice, man.
Hey, the scriptures say we're gonna be on them basically like white on rice, man. We're gonna be on them like the dew on the grass, man. Like a goddamn lion in the midst of a goddamn flock of sheep, man. Or if you go through, he gonna tread it in half, man. Nothing but blood and fur, man. That's what's gonna happen when the Lord ultimately, hey, what is that, Ezekiel, 37 and 10? About the exceedingly great army being raised up, man. Yeah. Just wait till the Lord let loose on this place, man, and bring this in destruction on this place, man.
And that's a prophecy. That's what he's doing right now. He's Psalms 55, if I'm not mistaken, says, "Thou thought that I was altogether."
Psalm 50. Psalm 50.
But what? I shall raise them up and set them in order before thine eyes.
Before thy eyes.
That's the prophecy of the gathering of the saints.
Yeah.
Those that shall rise against him, rise against them for the Heavenly Father. That's the prophecy that brother's speaking on, man.
I got a
Real quick, because the Most High did deliver us into the hands of Esau. But Esau, he took the shit too far.
That's why they think that the Most High is winning, like the brother just put it.
Yeah.
Because here it is, look, they got the highest empire ever made on the planet, man. The greatest kingdom ever known to man. So they're like, man, ain't nobody. Hey, that's why the pride of his heart has deceived him. Like, who's gonna take me down? Ain't nobody gonna. Man, look how high we have got. Look how much we control the whole earth, man. But little do they know the earth was given unto them. And guess what? Just like it was given unto them, it's gonna be taken away. It's gonna be snatched away from, taken by force, man. Yep.
Go ahead,
This is Psalms 1. This is Psalms 149. I'm gonna start at verse 7. It says to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written.
Yep, so their kings and their nobles with fetters of iron, man. Because you got people, literally, you got people in this world, okay, that ain't lift a finger. That don't do a goddamn thing,
Never
bro.
did in their life.
Never
did.
cleaned the dish.
Yeah.
Never washed a dish in their life.
Living delicately.
They never poured their own glass of water.
Never had to wash their own clothes.
All they do is chill, do whatever they want.
Based off of these atrocities.
That's right.
And that's how they was able
to live that kind of life, based off of your misery.
Hey, well, what scripture say? Rich is gotten by deceit.
Yep.
For that, the kingdom is translated to one
Yep.
people's brother to
Sirach
another,
10.
man.
Yep.
That was it on that?
It's just one more little piece. It says, slot. It says, Psalms 149:9 again. It says, we go back to verse 8. To bond their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written.
No, it's to execute upon them the judgment written, man. We reading out the judgments. So it's already set in stone, the judgment that's coming to the so-called white man in these other nations, man. Okay? Because believe it or not, Esau, Edom, he dealt us the hardest card, so to say. But all these nations had us in captivity. Whipped our backs, put us in slavery, raped our women, made us work. All these nations. Okay? Even to the dark nations, the Hamites. Okay? All these nations have done it, had their way with us, man. Okay?
Yashmael,
Yep.
Ishmael.
Yep.
Ishmael would castrate you Negroes, man.
Yeah.
Before he allowed you to be anywhere near his women, man. He castrated
And that's how we became Muslims and the Moors and shit, man. Sub-Saharan slave trade, man. They used to heavily castrate your. Hey, man, they used to do some work on our ass, man. All right, yeah, they gotta pay too, man. All right, these the same niggas that's selling you all this junk food, man. They own all these damn gas stations. They know better, man. They know they ain't supposed to be eating no pork and no shit like that, but hey, man, we got
fried chicken.
yeah, man, they got all that shit selling to our people, man.
Hey, and all this wicked history, when did it change? When did they start liking us? When did they start fucking with us? Nothing's changed.
When did they restore us?
That's a beautiful point, man.
Nobody came to our rescue.
That's like that precept where the Lord said, can the Ethiopian change his skin, man?
Exactly.
Can a leopard, 11, 13? And can a leopard change his spots? Ever since you've gotten here, even until this day, the so-called white man don't like you. He don't care about you. And you keep asking the so-called white man to do something he's not accustomed to doing. And that's being fair.
Yep.
That's not in his spirit. That's like asking a jaguar to ice skate.
Yep.
It's not in him. He ain't got that bag. He got a different bag. He brings something different to the table. What the so-called white man brings to the table is bloodshed, man. That's what he's good at. When lies don't work, he pull out the sword. That's what he know, man.
Yep.
Hey, and his mouth was smoother than butter, but behind, but his
Drawing
leg-
swords.
Yeah, with a sword, drawing swords.
Hey, like the brother said, when that deceit don't work,
He bro, and that's exactly what's gonna happen because, hey, what is Jake gonna do out here? He brought out the brother brought out Sirach 13, all flesh consorted to his kind. Jake, who is Jake gonna run to? It says in Jeremiah 51, we shall all run every man to his own country. Where's Jake gonna run to? Now the Lord don't want him. The Lord cast him out. That's 2/3. And then, the rest of the nations, they never fuck with you. So Jake's just gonna be cut out here. And the shit that Esau done and these other nations have done before, you don't think they're not gonna do it again? The only thing that stopped them is Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's what's gonna happen again. Jeremiah 30:7, right? That standard is gonna be lifted. We're gonna be delivered. But the other 2/3, they're out here. They're through.
That's why the Lord said that warn the flock that's led to the slaughter, man. Because unless you repent, you in that chopping block. You on that line and you just casually walking. They got nice billboards to keep you pacified, but you walking to the chopping block. You're on your way to the slaughter. And at the end of that road, the same guy that was smiling on them billboards is gonna be waiting to cut your head off.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Al.
Cut. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
Yep. So once again, that's that scripture we bring out for that time, man. All right, your fathers are not here. He even tell you in somewhere what it is, Lamentations 4. All right. So, well, our fathers have sinned, and we are not. And we have borne their iniquities. So same thing, how we have borne the iniquities of our forefathers to us. You so-called white people, the other nations. All right, you gonna bear the iniquities of your forefathers because you are them reincarnated back here today. All right.
Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with their cities.
So the Lord is preparing a complete, eradication of the nation of Edom. All right, that they do not rise, nor possess the land or fill the cities.
So
he was created for what? For the day of evil.
Exactly.
And now we're at the last minutes, last seconds of the day of evil. And just like with the so-called white man, he'll train up Al Qaeda and then go kill him.
Yeah.
Right. He'll train up ISIS and then he'll go make them the new boogeyman. Well, the Lord is gonna do the same thing. You're gonna taste the same cup that you've been dishing out, right?
Exactly.
He learned it from the Most High. Because when he done with Al Qaeda and they start speaking out, like I remember the video. There was literally when I believe when Russia went into Syria and started just jacking ISIS up. Right, they was calling out to America like, yo, we need help, we need missiles, we need money. Like y'all ain't funding us enough.
Left us out here.
Yeah, y'all just left us out here.
Exactly.
That's when Obama funded the moderate rebels.
Yeah.
Which really was just these militias.
ISIS.
That's how they got there.
Yeah,
Trying to tell you what to pick up and shit.
yeah, that's what Hillary Clinton got busted for with the Benghazi situation, man. They was running those guns through Tripoli, man, to go over there and finance a proxy war, which will become ISIS, man.
Yep. Because then, once that puppet government or that puppet, that rebel, group, once they overthrow the government, then what? We able to go in there and
Assets. That's what they are. They're CIA assets, man.
yeah, to infiltrate the system.
And that's how you fight his wars, man.
Yeah.
Before he put boots on the ground, he destabilize nations.
Yeah.
Information before it goes to a hot.
Or he'll pay people in that nation to take that nation down, man. Like Venezuela.
God's spirit. I was just about to say that. What is his name?
Guaido. He sanctioned him to death. And when you go into sanctions, that's just like being besieged.
Right.
Because you surround him and you dictate what comes in and comes out. The only difference is now you making a profit off of it. All right, we'll let a little bit in, but we're gonna tax the shit out of it. So we get paid, but we slowly starving these people out.
What they're starting to do with Iran now.
Yeah. But see, the difference between Venezuela and Iran is Iran got that. They got arrows,
Allies.
man. They got arrows and allies. Russia.
Even though Venezuela is an ally with Russia, but Iran and Russia, that's it's biblical.
Iran got a big
Biblical. That's biblical.
Ash,
Yeah, read that.
this is some group
This is
text.
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 4. Thus saith the Lord God, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
And that's what they do, man. They slay us and hold themselves not guilty. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that was my forefathers.
Exactly.
To say they shall,
Yeah, I have it. I'm playing. I got it. 41. Yeah, I was holding it. So Sirach 41 in verse 6. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach.
Their prosperity shall have a perpetual reproach. This is their prosperity.
It will prosperity. Is this posterity?
Posterity.
That's your
Yeah.
lineage.
I thought you said prosperity.
Posterity,
And
slack.
perpetual reproach is that shame. Meaning they're always going to be called out for what they've done.
Yeah.
Hey, I was gonna say this is the stuff that they trying to hide from, man. These are the atrocities of their forefathers. But now you see it when they talk about it, right? Oh, well, my foreparents didn't have slaves. We wasn't over here. We brought over here. Hey, that's like the question of the year, man. You see all these Edomites over here, man. They say my forefathers fought for this here land. But then you ask them, who did they fight and who did they conquer to take this land? Oh, we didn't kill the Native American Indians. My foreparents didn't enslave nobody.
Yeah.
So what time frame did you get over here?
Exactly. How'd you get here?
Your foreparents got over here early enough to fight, but they wasn't over here early enough to fight and kill anybody or enslave anybody. It don't make no sense. What happened to all the so-called white people who had us in slavery, man? Did they all just so-called die off somewhere and disappear?
Now they walk around right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you ask these people that.
slaves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you ask these people that, oh, we're white, our parents fought for this land, but yet you don't come from these same people who did this. It's like a Jedi mind trick. It's like it's either you come from them or you don't come from
Or
them,
they
man.
Native Americans.
Yeah, part Cherokee.
Yeah.
They bought that heritage just like they Jewish.
Con.
They Edomite granddaddy raped Edomite Gadite, and now they taking it down, man.
Shit, they ain't even had to do that. All they had to do was have $5 and go on down to the damn office. They can claim some of that territory, man. They go buy up all their damn land for pennies on a dollar, man. All right, they just sign on the paperwork. Oh, we Native Americans, man. All right.
It's usually through their mother, anyways.
Yeah, but it's like how they trapped us into a lot of this stuff, man. They took a lot of the Native Americans and made them sign that they was so-called Negroes, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So now you have the people mixed up to who they are off rip, man. All right.
Con, the precept, Sirach 41 and 7. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake.
And they are being reproached for their forefathers' sake. That's why Thomas Jefferson said that he feared that God was just.
Yeah.
And that his justice won't sleep forever, man. same words Thomas Jefferson said, you guys are gonna feel it. WW3 is gonna catch y'all by surprise, and every male of the so-called white people are gonna catch hell.
That's right.
The same hell you put on our people, you gonna eat that cup.
That's right.
Double time, man. Thus saith the Lord. You've been running from judgment since Cain. That's a long time.
Yeah.
That's a tab with interest, man. The Lord requires that which is past, man. And hey, man.
And Esau got a little too comfortable, man. Just think about this, man. It's like you just broke out of damn jail. When you first break out of jail, you trying to be on the low, man. You ain't trying to go out in the public. But now Esau is all out in the public, you know what I'm saying? Just,
Feeling
I'm
cities,
this and I'm
yeah.
that, and so on and so forth. The part of his heart has deceived him, man. Now you think people ain't gonna realize or recognize what you done, man? You tried to hide all these things, but now the internet is bringing it back out, man. And we didn't look through the files and all the texts and things like that. We didn't see your history, man. Now the Most High's put that spirit on us to raise us back up, to bring back all the things that's required, man, from the past, man.
Yep.
And now you gotta pay that bill, man.
Yo, if I can say this, and they only use this to their benefit, right? They want to wipe that under the rug, but then yet and still they want to bring it out to show you, like, look, this is how we had you.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
I was at work the other day. I said, I'm Native American. I'm a Gadite. He said, oh, we took you guys' land. They love that shit, like
Yeah.
pride.
Yeah,
what we
they use it when it's beneficial.
exactly
When it's popular.
to show our might. We're the
show our might, but then when we bring it out and show them how their wickedness, like, oh well, that ain't us. But when it's beneficial, that's when they pull. It's like a card. They pull that bitch out when they need it. Yeah, but they want to wipe this underneath the rug, like the Jake I worked with. He had a group of Edomites he was transporting. The iPhone, the airdrop.
Yeah.
They airdropped him
yeah.
a picture of Jake picking cotton in the fields. Now he had his job. These are kids. They airdropped him that image of Jake. He looked at it. He's like, damn. Yeah, they're like, look how we are.
Until you mention the payback.
Yeah,
Exactly. They don't want to hear
Now
that
when you
shit.
start mentioning you got to pay back. Now it's a backtrack.
It's skirt.
Because in their spirit, they know they got to pay for that.
Yep.
So when you call them out on it, they think of all the excuses they've been rehearsing to themselves in the mirror whenever this conversation come up. Because when they're in their private parties and you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans come up, how you think that conversation go between these so-called white people when you're not in the room? How you think those conversations go?
It's leaked out.
Hey, I was gonna say, I don't know if y'all ever seen that video of the two little Edomite girls, like, oh, we wish we had you niggas in slavery again. When you guys was picking cottons, wouldn't it be fun to pick cotton? I wouldn't want to pick cotton. Like, oh, don't worry, bitch, you gonna be picking some cotton, man.
She gonna be picking up boulders of shit.
Yeah, but hey, you going into captivity real soon, but you over here bragging and boasting and thinking light of these things, but guess what? This is what's coming to you, man. And really, it's gonna be a lot worse for you Edomite women than you Edomite men, because y'all gonna just get put to death, man. These women, they gonna, it's gonna be some shit before they get put to death, man. And don't tell what the hell gonna happen to their ass, man. But the scriptures, it expressly say that what? He's gonna either leave them no son, no nephew, or nothing like that, and their widows are gonna cry because why? They done lost their men in the war, man. So now they gotta sit here and look at all these big broly jakes that's coming over here dominating shit, but they ain't got nobody to call on, man. They can't call the police, they can't go get the damn rifles out the closet and go, it ain't gonna work. All you gonna see is big ass Jake rolling up on your ass, man. And then that's when your ass gonna actually get put in subjection, man.
So this is 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 12. Now I beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation. For it is a token of his great goodness when wicked doers are not suffered any long time, but forthwith punished. For not as with other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish, till they become to the fullness of their sin, so dealeth he with us. Meaning that the Lord checked us at the door, man. Yeah? The Lord didn't allow our balance to go so far where he's going to have to express rage and wrath on us. But these other nations, that's exactly what the Lord is doing. That's why it says in Romans 9, what if the Lord willing to show us wrath? Let that tab stack up. Because you got to remember, the Most High is a mathematician. And that means both sides of the equation got to even out. So if you got a whole lot of wickedness, then you should expect a whole lot of judgment to balance that equation out. That's what them mathematicians, when they writing on the chalkboard and they got this big ass, and they trying to, oh shit, let me try to, because they trying to even out. Because the Lord said false balance is an abomination. So he got to even out the scale. That's why the Lord always checked us at the door. That's why we've been in so many captivities. Because he never let that tab go so high to the point where he couldn't show us mercy.
And I was gonna say, in the same sense, that's how what they call them, the FBI work, man. The FBI find out you selling some drugs, they're not gonna come kicking your door right away, man. they gonna be like, we gonna sit back and watch to see, because we only got him with a little small thing that he got right here. We want to get the big thing, not just him. We want to see who he talking to, who his connect is, So when we bring your ass in court, it's no winning. That's why they got like a 98% conviction rate, man. All right, but the Most High got a 100% conviction rate, man. You can't escape the shit that you done did, man.
But
you have to pay for it.
The difference between Israel and other nations is the Lord didn't wait on you. He let you get that little small bag and he punished you right then. But right now, the Lord taking pictures, the Lord stacking up evidence, keeping tabs, and right now, this is the prosecution. We're proclaiming the judgment.
Yeah.
Right. You know, what happens in the court? They say, we therefore find you guilty. All right, and this is the judgment that happens. And then you got a taste of that judgment. You can say, if you execute somebody, if you pull a murder on somebody and they say they're guilty and the judgment is murder, you can apologize.
You gotta pay.
Exactly. You can have a statement. I'm sorry to the families that have been affected by, my terrible. But you're still going in that cell. And you're still gonna walk that green mile. Thus saith the Lord, man.
Hey, it'd be better off for your ass not to even make no final statement, because whatever you say, if you even apologize in the court setting, right? You didn't murder somebody's family. You didn't. You want to apologize to the family or whatnot. Your ass still going under the death penalty, man. So I mean, you'd be better off just like going into captivity, man. I said to say this. There's no point for you Edomites to be rebuttaling. Well, that wasn't me. That wasn't my foreparents. We're sorry. We want to spread love. It don't matter how you feel about it, man. And what is that in Hebrews 12 where it says there's no repentance found for Esau, man.
Though he sought it carefully
with tears. So now that you've been your judgment is being cast out on you, and you get your final words, your final statement, you might as well just be quiet, man. Pretty much like how Yahushua was, because no matter what he said, he knew he had to basically fulfill his law.
Yep.
So he was just like, I ain't even gonna say nothing, man, because it's not gonna change my outcome. Same way with you Edomites, man. You should just be like, you know what? You right, man. Where can I go ahead and sign up to get my chains fitted?
Or just rejoice.
Yeah, hey, live it up.
Enjoy the last minute.
The reason he ain't gonna do that's because his pride. Like that brother said that Edomite told him about how they took his land.
Yeah.
That's their pride, man. Damn devils ain't gonna pay.
You take that in Revelation?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, that's all.
Revelation's 9th chapter.
Yep.
I mean, if I can get it.
If you can get it, yes.
Yeah.
They repented not from their evil deeds.
Yep. Yep. This is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 20. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues.
Would be the elites, all right? Because they're gonna make it through.
Yeah.
All right, and those really the ones that's giving Jake all the hell, man. They pushing these legislations, these unrighteous decrees. They the ones when the scriptures talk about they work upon their beds. Those the ones, man.
And they the ones giving the green lights for you so-called police to go goddamn gun Jake down, man.
That's how they train them.
Yeah, it's not that the police is doing that. Now they gotta try to cover it all up. Now they like, well, if y'all kill them or whatever, you don't give a fuck. So it's your higher ups that's allowing you to do certain things, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say do certain things. Go ahead.
Because like the elder broke it down, that shield go back to the Rothschild.
Right.
The badge that they wear.
Yeah.
Protect and
they go
serve.
back to the Rothschild. So they were set up here to protect the infrastructure
Yep.
of the Rothschild, man. That's why, like, look, if you doing something, they gonna get you out of here. Why? You stopping business.
Yeah, right.
You stopping them from making money. Therefore, you stopping the taxes from getting paid. Yeah, so they gonna protect businesses and shit.
Hey, because why were they established in the first place? It goes back to slavery. They were in that position to catch runaway slaves.
Yep.
To keep Jake in check. That's exactly why the police is established, not to keep slave patrol. That's exactly what it is.
And everything.
Exactly. Nothing's changed.
And also going into these higher ups, it's allowing all these things, man. Just look at your Donald Trumps, man. Why do you think you got all these new terrorists running around, these white supremacist terrorists running around shooting up Jake, man? Why? Because they got somebody in charge that had the same sentimental values about them. Oh, we can't have no more of these illegal immigrants coming over here. They're rapists. They're stealing. They're killing. We should just probably shoot them all or whatever. So when the regular population, these Edomites hear their leader saying this, he's okaying it. So if we go out here and murder these Jake out here, man, all right, we ain't gonna get in trouble for it. You see what happened to him, man. Little Dylan Roof go shoot up a church full of black people. You know what I'm saying? They take this nigga to McDonald's or Burger King and shit like that.
They put a bulletproof vest on him.
Yeah, they put a bulletproof vest on him, but the dude that they say stole some damn Skittles and some tea or whatever, or
Choke the shit him out. Choke him out.
The cigarillo dude,
Yeah.
Mike Brown, I think.
Yep.
They go and gun him the fuck down for stealing something that's under $50, man. Like, you can't even go to jail for stealing shit for under $50, man. They pull guns on a child, a little black child, so-called black child, for a 4-year-old for walking out the store with a 99-cent Barbie doll, man. But yet and still, Esau is rolling around gunning people down, man. They just literally earlier this week, man, the Homeland Security deemed white supremacy as basically like a hate group, a terrorist group, man. Finally, out of the since America was established. In fact, coming over here to America was a
terrorism.
yeah, coming over here to America. As soon as you got your ass over here, was an act of terrorist, man. As soon as your ass got on the boat to go discover you see that's some bullshit. You didn't discover shit, man. There was people over here. You came and invaded this land, man, and conquered these people, man. But then you come up with your deceitful tongue and making up these words. Oh, we discovered a land where another motherfucker was at, man. So the next time you did go run up in somebody's house and go steal their TV and shit, or pop somebody lock in their car, steal their car, and the police pull you over. No, officer, I ain't steal this shit. I just discovered it, motherfucker. Well, how come somebody else's name is tied to this tag? I don't know. I just took note from y'all, man. When y'all came over to this land, somebody else was over here already, had their shit established, but you stole it from them and say you discovered it, man. And then this is what trickles down, because these are your forefathers. Your forefathers was terrorists, man. Your forefathers was murderers and rapists, man. Your forefathers was pedophiles and child molesters, man. Read up on your history about these people, man, and the things that they did, man. In this little area where we at, it's nothing but these, named after all these killers over here. Hernando de Soto, Hernan Cortez, Ponce de Leon, all these people over here, and they reenact these things like Gasparilla, man. Where they had the boats with the boats and shit coming down, reenacting the invasion of this shit land and slaughter you so-called Native Americans over here, man. All right, so this is how their leaders are. They so-called promote this by saying, we don't give a fuck. Look at Trump. Those hellhole countries, Puerto Rico, fuck them. So who are the people that's up under them? How you think they gonna react? Oh yeah, fuck yeah, white supremacy, man.
I got a precept.
Go ahead, brother.
There's Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Right, and the key on that is, it said an unwise king. What makes you wise? Law. You go into the scriptures, Esau, Edom is a lawless enemy.
It says
So
that.
he can never, no, I was just going to say he can never have wisdom, all right, to direct the people, because he was never given a law. That's the point. He was never given a law.
That's the true wisdom on how to govern.
To govern the nation.
Yep.
That's right. So,
laws
right. So that's why unwise king destroyed the people, because they were never given the wisdom of the laws. What's that Deuteronomy 4?
Yeah.
And the eyes of the people.
Inside
Yeah.
the nation. Yep. Inside the nation, they shall say this is a wise,
Got it.
understanding nation.
Got it.
Go back to that, Bible shop. Because that's what's going to. They didn't repent. They're not going to repent from this, bro. And that's what's going to make the slavery just so much funner when we actually put them in here. Because, you know, what's the fun about it when everybody just like, no, you want a motherfucker that's resisting. Don't they like when Jake resists? Because when Jake resists, they give him
They get roused up and shit.
Stop resisting. Yeah. They like that. They want Jake to
They get roused up.
That's why they grab him and they wrestle him down, because they gonna be like, yo, what you doing?
Yeah.
So that's why they invoke Jake to resist, so they can act that force on him.
They can show they wrath.
Yeah, you know. So same thing right here. Going to that precept up.
Gone. Revelation chapter 9 and verse 20.
He said something else heavy real quick too, so they can show they rap. These Edomites walk around with guns all day, bro. They itching to shoot, like it's just like, man, like,
I got my sword on me at any time.
and I never get to use it.
And they not knowing that's how they designed to be.
Yeah,
The Lord made them exactly how they're to be. They can't be no other way besides carrying that sword, because that's who
And they
Esau
ready
is.
to use it, bro. You know, like you say, when they go to Afghanistan, they just sitting on guard for. They be bored. So when they come back here, only job they can get is a police officer, or security. So they join the force. They weren't able to use that gun over there in action because they was just pretty much just guarding poppy fields. They ain't doing shit productive over there. They just guarding poppy fields. So when they come back over here, they just ready to shoot some shit.
They might have
man.
been scrubbing toilets over
Yeah.
there, cleaning out the shit. And they come back here, didn't get no bodies, so now they want to kill niggas. The closest people that look like Arabs, you know?
Yep. Hey, and that brother's true, because I know a dude that's in the Navy. He said basically all we did was move some shit out of a boat or something. They said no, it ain't in there what we was looking for, and they just sit there and put it back. He said, hell, well, if y'all gonna pay me to just move shit from one spot to another, then hey. But that's, bro, like you say, cleaning toilets.
Yep.
They just got them on standby, man. You know, for when World War III pop off, all you that's on reserves and think you just, only thing I do is I just push paperwork. Yo, your ass gonna Here you go.
Them guys that
Go hand that
Right to the front lines.
the ones that just got into the military just so they can have a challenger or a charges in jails.
Exactly.
They
That's
got
Jake.
to put that helmet on and get it how you live.
Throw them niggas out the planes.
It's all gonna require it.
Yeah.
Hey, like real quick, not to cut you off, but just like in World War II with the storm of Normandy, them niggas was getting chopped down coming off the, not even coming. Some of them didn't even make it off the boats, man.
Yeah.
And that's
Like
how it's
a
gonna be
slaughter.
World War III, but even worse. Yeah,
What's that, D-Day?
yeah D-Day.
It's
Yeah.
like, bro, as soon as they open the thing up, just
Everybody dropped.
It was a
God
setup, but,
damn,
that
bro.
was the government set that up, you know, because they wanted them niggas to die, man. He saw he makes money off of war.
Yeah.
That's like cherry picking, bro. You just easily just picked off. You coming on the beach with your gun and they just pop you off.
All you hear is
Like,
dun, 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 dun,
goddamn,
and
bro.
you just shaking.
Like, what kind of war is that? Like,
The boat door open, the motherfucker who opened the door
That's
just
the most
dropped.
high. You spent basic training 8 months.
8 months and you
And as
one
soon as the
bullet.
ledge came down, you didn't even get a chance
Hey,
to
but,
touch
but that's the thing. When they think, because I don't know if it was by that time, but by the time they started doing the draft, they were just throwing guns in people's hands. They didn't care about training them. Said, look, you
Yeah.
can shoot, good. Because they don't care. They just want to put some bodies out there, you know.
Yeah.
They will put some bodies out there so they can bring, distract, so to say. Because Esau, he's the devil, you know. Good.
Go ahead, Mike. I'll read that real quick.
Gone. Revelation chapter 9 and verse 20.
Yeah, when he's done. Go ahead.
So Revelation chapter 9 verse 20. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues,
Once again, they leads. Go ahead.
yet repented not of the works of their hands,
Yep.
that they should not worship devils and idols of God and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. It's verse 21.
Hey, Salak. And that was real spiritual. Homeboy living it up, right? Esau living it up. His license plate say out of time. Hey, that's exactly what it is. Out of time, man. For Esau, man. Your king, hey, he living it up right now, but he out of time, man. Devil know he had but a short time. Salak, but go ahead, brother.
Okay, it's Revelation chapter 9 verse 21. Neither repented they of their murders.
Yep. Neither repented they of their murders. And this shit, man, this is just scratching the surface right here, bro. This is all that's what was documented.
Yeah, this is
You know?
photographs.
A few photographs. This not even half. This is a few photographs, man.
Because they didn't document the worst atrocities they did.
You know? Go ahead, Doc.
Con. Revelation chapter 9 and verse 21. Neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts.
Yep. So the elites, they not gonna repent, man. They gonna be proud as hell, bro. And that's what's gonna make it so much fun. You gonna have slaves actually resist. That's gonna make it fun. And we're gonna be able to read their minds, right? They gonna be thinking, okay, look, because they still gonna be prideful as hell. Look, we can get out of this. We gonna harvest a plant, all right? Around by this time, they're gonna be forming together little coalitions, right? We gonna wake up in the middle of the night or some shit, just be like, where y'all going? All these little bullshit, bro, because they gonna try to revolt, because like say, they need to repent it. So you're gonna have some of the elites, they not gonna be down with slavery, bro. All right, but that's gonna be all the more fun when we put them chains on them, all right, whip their backs, put them, force them to work, you know?
Just like our people were runaway slaves, they're gonna be trying to run
Yeah,
away.
exactly.
But we're gonna stick the dogs on them, put them in the hot box.
Yep.
Right? Just like the so-called white man did to us during slavery, we're gonna do 10 times, 1,000 times worse to you than what y'all did to us, man. And look, guess what? The Lord's okay with it.
Exactly.
The Lord's okay with the so-called white man going into slavery.
Said it's a righteous
And-
thing
and matter of fact, let's read it.
to
Let's read
recompense
out
them
the
that
Bible.
trouble thee.
All right, this is out of the Holy Bible. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9.
Man.
Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
So, hey, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Look at all the atrocities done on our people. You know, Emmett Till, all he did was whistle at a so-called white woman.
So-called.
All he did was whistle at her. Look what he was undisguised. His mom didn't even know who he was. The only way she was able to identify him was by a ring on his finger. He went from looking like this to looking like this, all because he whistled at a so-called white woman.
So-called whistle. I don't even think that shit even happened like
And then she even said on her deathbed, she lied.
Right.
You know? She lied, you know?
But what, people still smile about it? That's in the past. Well, guess what? The Lord required the past.
No,
No,
we're recording.
Your
Sorry.
opinions is you're going to.
I think we all need a little bit more of God.
This is the word of God.
No, I know.
This is the word of
that
God.
you were speaking about God. I was going to buy you some.
Oh no,
Nah, we're okay.
good.
We don't want charity cases.
It's
what,
not
what we
charity.
want,
That
you're
was
trying to
being
give us
friendly.
reparations with some pizza. We want you in
That's
chains
it.
and shackles, man.
What's that?
We want some whips on your back, man. We want your children in chains, man. That's what we want. We want no
You were
damn
reading
pizza.
about God, and I believe in
I
God.
got all right. So
Read
this
it.
is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
That's right, man.
All thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
So don't worry, the Edomites ain't the only ones going into slavery. All those that devoured us are going into slavery, man. All the nations, man. All the heathens. Yep.
And they trying to so-called feed us with carnal food, man. We gonna basically, like the scripture say, all that devoured us, we gonna be devouring you, man. We don't want no pizza from y'all, man, or your little small things, the pennies on a dollar, man. We want, like the brother said, man, we want y'all going into captivity, man. It's the only way that you're gonna be able to pay off your debt to society. But continuing on, this is Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore all they that devoured thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So this is what the Most High is going to give us back as far as a reparation, all right, according to what these heathen trying to give us, man. All right, let me get one more real quick, real quick.
God, man, we tell you, look, man, all these nations, man. They see now, hey, they try to say that they shall try to please the poor.
Yo, I was just
Man,
about to say that.
We don't want no damn pizza slices, man. We want you in some yokes of iron, man. We want you on all fours, man, bowing down to the king, man. And then bowing down to your lords.
Your children shall seek to please the poor.
Pizza, man, they say get the Chuck E. Cheese spirit out of here,
Like
man.
some simple.
Yeah. They're trying to, you know, what's pacify us.
Yeah, lull us back to sleep.
Nah, it's too late for that. Yeah, get this right. We don't want you. We seen what happened when you try to take gifts from the so-called white man.
Smallpox.
Yeah, you get diseases. She would have probably bought pepperoni pizza anyway.
Exactly. Abomination. Had a Lord pissed at us.
Yeah,
I got a quick one real quick. It says, Hebrews 12 and 16, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Ironically, look, you want to try to become sorry and so-called repent by giving us some food, but you sold your birthright for some goddamn food, man. You should go enjoy your own pizza, man. First of all, it says, and you talk about we need a little more love. Hey, the Lord is showing us love right now, man.
Yeah.
All right?
And what does the scripture say?
Keeping
Love
the
worketh no ill.
Oh,
With
kind.
neighbor. All right, it says Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterwards, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected and found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. So now you're gonna start seeing a lot of these so-called Edomites come out trying, because they know what the hell we saying is true, man. They feel that inside of them, man. So can we give you a gift? Can we buy you some pizza to show that we're sorry? No, man. You gonna have to pay for this with your soul, man. Your children's souls, man. You going into captivity. This is the bill that you have to pay. This is what you dug out for yourself. When you went to the store, these are the products you picked up off the grocery store shelf. Now you at the register, you gotta pay for everything you got in your basket, man.
You made you beg, now you gotta
Yeah, you brought us over into captivity. You lived deliciously off our backs and off our children's backs. So it's only right that your ass go into captivity.
Right.
Just like on 9/11. Didn't they come and attack y'all? Y'all had to go blow up their whole fucking country? The same thing happened over here, man. You took us down, so what you think gonna happen to y'all, man? This is why these terrorists is coming over here, man. Hey, this is entering into the house of the thief. It's not gonna leave to you motherfuckers get put in subjection.
Right.
Right. I got a quick one.
Go ahead.
Oh, you had something?
No, I was just gonna make a point.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's in their spirit. They want to apologize. They know they're about to get paid for it. They know they're about to get punished. They feel sorry because they know it's time for judgment. They weren't saying sorry back then. They weren't saying sorry back then. They weren't saying sorry back then because there was in their strength. It was in their might. But now they're falling. Shit's all failing them. That's why they want to say sorry.
So if I can say this, it's because they're not sorry.
It's that game.
When you go back to Cain wasn't even sorry that he killed Abel.
Yeah. Am I not my
Cain
brother's
was more
keeper?
worried about the judgment than anything. Cain didn't care that when the Lord said, "Why did you do that?" He said, "Look, my punishment is more than I can bear." He didn't even say, "Man, I shouldn't even kill my brother." Like, that's the spirit you saw him.
I got you real quick. 1 Thessalonians 1 and 6. Seeing is a righteous thing
Oh yeah.
with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. All right. So the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai says a righteous thing. All right. To recompense them tribulations to them that trouble us, man. And we've been troubled, all right?
Hey, hang on, that's real justice, man. When you Edomites go into the court, let's say you go to court, let's say one of these jakes and stomped your son out in court, or not in court, just in the streets. Let's say one of these so-called Negroes and stomped out little Tommy or Timmy and killed little Timmy, right? They arrest his ass, they take him to court. Now the father in there, I want that nigger put to death. I want him to serve life.
Yeah.
They want judgment, right?
Yeah.
So when things like this happen to us, why can't we ask for judgment, man? Why can't we ask for you heathens to go into captivity? We're enslaved under you. Why can't we ask the Most High? Why is that not justice then for your ass to go into captivity? You see what I'm saying? But every day y'all go to these courthouses and you see these little rulings about whatever happened and that's so wicked. They should be going to jail. They should be put to death for this. But then what about the atrocities that you've committed, man?
I got the law right here about it. Because, you know, like you're saying by the courts, well, this is the Most High's law. This is Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Hey, real quick on top of that, what is Yahushua coming to do? To open the house of the prisoners. So we still in captivity. So when Yahushua come, where he gonna find us at, man? In the house of the damn thief. He gonna come into the house of the thief and he gonna have to be put to death because he got stolen merchandise, man. He was caught red-handed, man. Both ways. He was caught with the evidence in his hand and he's still bearing that red skin, being the Edomites, man.
And then he documented all his crimes, man. He wrote them down. You know, like he didn't hide them. They even teach you. Well, they're trying to change it now, but they used to teach the slavery.
Yeah, they taking that. Hey, what's funny is
They wrote books about it.
One of the videos that well, I think it was one of the elders. They was talking about how one of the things Esau normally does is he go into a place and like you see over in the Middle East with Syria and all that, a lot of that destruction is actually destroying ancient stuff. Like they, I believe it was Mosul or whatever, whatnot, which is like I believe one of those cities over there was like Nineveh, but it had a lot of old ancient shit over there. They just go over there and blow it all up, man. So Esau goes throughout the whole earth, be destroying everybody else's history, rewriting history. But guess what? His dumb ass, part of his heart deceived his ass. He got caught in his own snare to one history that he decided to keep and to promote and have everything on the internet. Then he all of a sudden now is getting caught up by all these things, man. Because this is Esau documenting this here history where he's going around erasing everybody else's history to make himself look good. He wanted documenting this type of history, but now it's coming back out and biting him in the ass, man. This is the thing that's coming, that's striking him down, causing him to be guilty, man.
It's like when motherfuckers do a crime and they go on Instagram and
Right,
post,
flexing and shit.
post with the money.
With
like,
the pistols.
Yeah, like, yo, you just robbed the bank and you posted on Instagram with
Jake
the
got
money.
that from Esau.
Yeah.
Jake got
Yeah,
that
exactly.
from Esau.
And because who's the biggest criminal? Well, red or crimson goes back to red criminal, man. That's why they say you got caught red-handed. Who the red man on the earth? That's why the Lord has found him. Hey, he's red for multiple reasons, man. He's a criminal, man. Yep.
I got one quick one.
Just real quick,
Yeah.
1 Thessalonians, it's like that's 2 Thessalonians 2:7. And to you who are troubled, rest with us.
And it was trouble, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. The most troubled people on the planet. The ones that went through the worst atrocities ever known to man.
This is y'all got shit to run back to.
Yeah, countries.
Yeah,
Because even there's people trying to leave their own countries, like South America. People are trying to. They ain't got nowhere to go. They're being oppressed, and they got fields and mountains to go to, but they're still oppressed, man. Living off of $30 a month. They work a whole month just to get a loaf of bread. That's how living in Cuba is. Cuba, man, they gotta eat what they can find, man. Our people ain't got nothing. Like the brother saying, at least the heathen got something. If they come to America and they fail, they can just go back to their homeland with cash in their pocket, man. Our people come over here broke, and if they try to leave, they gonna leave broke as well, man.
If they let you leave.
Yeah, if they don't put you in a concentration camp.
Okay.
Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Okay.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Yeah, that's like this Edomite. Yeah, woman came over here offering us pizza, man. We need to hear more of the word of God. You guys want pizza? No, we don't want pizza, man. Trying to come in that bullshit
bring
spirit, man.
pepperoni and shit. Why?
Yeah, man.
Stuff our mouth for pizza.
Because the scriptures say never trust thine enemy. That's why you don't trust them, man. Because these heathens, they always come in with an agenda, man. All right, in the book of Sirach tell you that, man. That though he do it good, he do it
Unwillingly.
because he's trying to overthrow you, man.
Right, exactly.
He trying to supplant you, man. We don't trust these damn devils. Because look at their track record. All they did was rape, rob, and murder our people. They came over here to the European Caucasians. They came over here To what? To rape, rob our people, take the resources of the land, enslave our people, and now we're supposed to trust you after 5 years of hardcore slavery?
Going back to that the scripture the brother quoted earlier in Jeremiah, you know, can he that Jeremiah 13:23, can he that is accustomed to doing evil do good?
Right.
These devils ain't gonna do good, man. So what? You think a pizza's gonna change our minds, man? Get the hell out of here with that shit, man.
And like the brother's quote, it's like,
They're fucking snakes, man. They're devils.
Snakes in the grass. And guess what? We got this grass cut real low. We can spot you damn devils.
like the brother's quoted, Sirach chapter 13 again, chapter 13 verse 4. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if
Exactly.
thou have nothing, he will forsake thee.
Yeah.
Man, that's what Esau does with you, man. As long as you benefiting him, then he'll use you. Or he'll pat you on the back end job. But as soon as he's done with you, man, he's gonna give you the boot, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now that America's all built up and shit.
Don't need you no more.
Yeah. Go back to your country.
Right. Now they talking that
Build
go back
that
to your
wall,
own
yeah.
country. It's easy for them to tell you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to go back to your own country. How you gonna do it there?
Yeah, exactly.
So-called, you know, 'cause they stole this, man.
So let me finish this real quick. Verse 5, if thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. You know what I'm saying?
All day this is damn thing.
If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? It's a so-called white man.
All
You know?
day, bro.
Like these record executives, you know, with Jake and shit. You know, you sign this contract, you talking all that smooth shit, and then once you get on that, you sign on that dotted line. Hey man, he's gonna use you and abuse you. You put out 2 albums, 3 albums for him, and then you out the door, man. It says if he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. So he'll put you in all types of hope, saying all types of good and smooth words to you. Like it says in the book of Psalms, talking about smooth words. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? He will,
Because only because he needs you.
Yeah, because he needs
Yeah,
something.
he's going to be able to gain more from you than you're going to be able to gain for yourself, you know, when it comes to like, you know, being famous or whatever.
Yep.
He's going to make more money off of you.
And he does this with these other nations too. He does it with the Ishmaelites. He does it with all these different nations. He goes into their shit, you know, and gets in good with them.
Hey, like that slut, Maya Khalif, she on BBC News now, interviewing, like,
Like she knows something.
Yeah, they interviewing her, talking, Maya Khalifa, you know,
Talking about she regrets it.
Yeah, she regrets it. She on BBC and news talking about how.
Yeah, she got all the BBC.
Yeah. You know, talking about how they tricked her into she felt low self-esteem. And she felt this type of way, and she wanted the attention. And man, Esau used her all up, man.
Used her. The charmer when he gets big.
Hey, made her do adult videos with her shit on, her rock, pretty much disrespecting the motherfuckers over there in Lebanon.
She better not go back over there.
If she over there, she threw. Hey, look, Esau don't want her no more. Now if she want to return back to Lebanon, they gonna kill your ass.
Stone that bitch,
man.
And I think that she said on one thing they did a report on her about something, saying she only made like $12,000 out of all that shit she did, man.
Wow.
Or some little small chunk change. I'm like, bitch, you should have went to work at McDonald's for all of that. You could have made at least $15,000 in a year. You know what I'm saying? But like, hey, this is our people, man. They be going over our people be searching out these certain ways and stuff because they think it's gonna make them high stature. But at the end of the day, Esau pulled a plug on you. Just think about this, because they can use you and abuse you, then pull the plug and then leave you with nothing. Look at how big and how prominent Michael Jackson is, man. All right, he like the 3rd most famous person ever on planet Earth, man. You know what I'm saying? But look,
literally like a god.
Hey, I remember one brother said his pops had told him outside of, he said Jesus, he don't know the truth. He said outside of Jesus, Michael Jackson was the most famous person in history.
That's true. Like besides Yahweh Michael Jackson's probably the most famous person ever.
Not an understatement.
Now, with that being said, though, you see they gave Michael Jackson all this to snap. But now, how is it that Michael Jackson been dead 10 years and you got the same ass accusers trying to put a case on him, man. Humiliating him in his name and all this and that. Now that we got your music and your rights, we can keep making money off of it. We don't really need your ass no more, man. We never cared for your ass in the begin with, man. We gonna always call you crazy and a pedophile, whatever, whatnot, so we can keep you in control. But we gonna get all the money we can get up off of you, man. They have plugged him in to be able to be raised all the way up, but at the end all they pulled him like Bill Cosby.
And I go into the curses. What did it say? Curse shall you be coming in, and curse shall you be going out.
Hey, and say this, you know, real quick too, man. You know, bro, I thank Yahweh Shai for revealing us like this man's the devil. Like we can't trust him.
Right.
Not once do we be like, oh, because in the world, bro, you know, I knew about slavery and stuff and just think about it, but bro, I literally thought that these people was here to help us. Like they had our best interests. The government, and these Edomites, like, oh yeah, they care about us. They love us. You know what I mean? Like you think that, bro. But I'm glad it's true, bro, to see this man for who he really is, bro.
He comes from
yeah, bro. Because you know you would think, no, they good people. You know they're here for
Because Jake
you.
is naturally good.
Yeah,
You know,
bro.
Jake is
Yeah,
naturally
Jerusalem,
Yeah.
exactly, spirit.
You know?
A plain man. Well, a plain man meaning a righteous, upright, perfect people.
Esau took advantage of that kindness.
Hey, well, what's it? You know, Solomon, man. Yeah, there was when King Solomon ruled, there was peace, man. He wasn't, you know, even though, he wasn't doing atrocities, man. But here it is that the self-proclaimed white man. What is that scripture? Through peace, he destroys many. Man, this man is going around the world trying to police the earth. But what did he do? He's going around bringing destruction, man. He's going around bringing death and destruction everywhere he goes, man. Anywhere you see an embassy of the United States, you best believe that country is in shambles, man.
Yeah, pain.
Yeah.
Pain over there.
Their economy is going out. All right. The so-called white man don't do nothing but bring destruction on earth, man. And then he'll do it in the name of democracy, in the name of peace. Freedom. Can somebody get Ezekiel 7 in 25? Because now they're saying, oh, we need to bring peace, you know, establish stability on the earth, or you know, around in the regions.
I got that Daniel's real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, this is beautiful. Daniel's 8 verse 25. And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper.
Yeah, through his policies, man. Look, all these laws that he puts out, man, it's to cause his craft to prosper, man. Wickedness. Yeah. Look, he puts in the legislations. All right, there. What? Nothing but evil, man. Giving homosexuals rights. All right, making it so that the man has less power than the woman. Or making a man worth less than a dog. Israelite man, all right? All the things that he puts out in laws and legislation is to fight against the nation of Israel, man. To bring us to a lower estate. Go ahead.
And through his policy also shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And he shall magnify himself in his heart.
And he's magnified himself in his own heart, man. That's why in Obadiah says his pride has deceived him, man. Because what? He's puffed himself up, man. Look at these proud ass devils out here walking around with their chins in the air, man. Them lofty ass looks. Proud as hell, man. You can't tell these people nothing. That's why they see these signs. They got show this sign. That's why they see this sign and laugh, man. Wave at us, give us a stupid smirk.
Shake their head.
Because they don't believe it. Because what? They filled themselves up, man, with nothing but diarrhea. That pride, man. And that's one of the most hateful things before the Most High, pride.
Obadiah says, for that pride has its shame shall cover.
Yep. Go ahead, though.
It says, peace, and by peace shall destroy many.
Yeah, by peace he shall destroy many. What did the so-called white man come over here with? In the name of Christianity, bringing peace to the Native Americans, and what he do? He ended up stabbing them in the back.
Okay.
All right, he goes around to these different countries talking about let's bring peace to the region, but what do? They end up bombing innocent people. Go ahead.
Okay. Quick precept. Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 14. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying peace, peace, when there is no peace.
Yeah, peace, but there is no peace, man. They're trying to like this demon that came up here with talking about pizza, man. Peace, oh, we need to, you know, trying to like she with us or something, man. Talking about peace. There ain't no peace, man. You hate us, we hate you. Be real about it, man. All right. Because all this peace talks, man, that ain't gonna get us nowhere. The Lord ain't bringing peace, man. The Lord ain't coming back to bring peace on the earth.
Yep.
He coming to bring a sword.
Yep. Says that First Thessalonians 5th chapter. That when they shall say peace and safety, and sudden destruction cometh upon
Hey, I
them.
got that. What you call it?
Yeah, let me finish this real quick. And by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes.
Go back.
And by peace shall destroy many.
Yep. And look how many he almost wiped out the Native Americans in the name of peace. Peace treaties. How many peace treaties did the so-called white man write with the Native Americans? Over 430 of them. And he broke every single one of them. So get the hell out of here with that peace crap, man.
Hey, wait, he's still doing it right now. He just broke out of the, what do you call it, the IMF?
Peace treaty,
Yeah. That Iran situation, man.
What is it? International or something?
Well, the intermediate.
Yeah.
The missile thing that they did in the Cold War with Gorbachev and Reagan, them, they pulled up out of that right quick. You know, they put out of the nuclear agreement with Iran, man. All right. They also said that, man, it's all the laws that was built over here, man. We was all created free and equal, but not Jake. You got the right to bear arms, but not Jake. Shit, Jake gets shot down for not even having no damn arms, man.
Yeah, well, them Bill of Rights, all that shit was before we was even free.
Right.
You know, those all was the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, all that was when we was in slavery, man. All right? When we were still looked down upon even more than you are now, man. But now they just hide it. You know, they're pacifists about it. Keep going on that? That was it.
And by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes.
Yeah, the prince of princes, man. He's standing up against Yahweh Shai himself, man. First, he hid his, changed his image, put his face upon there, man. Say, no, this is what the Most High looked like. This is what the Most High Son looked like. This is what the Most High Son would look like. Jesus will take anybody. Come as you are. You coming up against the Lord and His Son, man. Go ahead.
He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
Yeah, the Lord gonna break this man down, man. He gonna collapse his kingdom, man. With what? A great millstone. Which is Yahweh Shai and his elect. Mainly Yahweh Shai though, man. Hey, but what? We come in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. So the Lord gonna break you without hand, man. The Lord ain't gonna even. We bringing you down right now. What we doing right now is bringing down America, man. We casting down strongholds. All right, we're breaking down all these lies that have been fed to our people for the last 500 years. All right, we're bringing down your society with truth. All right, truth is the most dangerous weapon in a world full of lies.
Get that. This is Ezekiel chapter 7 and 25. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none.
Oh yeah.
All right, and so hey, look.
Yeah,
this is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 25. Destruction cometh.
Yeah, destruction cometh. All right, the Bible said that destruction is coming. All right, the destruction of America, the destruction of society as you know it, the destruction as the world as you know it. All right, America's going out in nuclear missiles, atomic warfare. All right, America's going to be burned up from coast to coast, and that's what the Bible says. Go ahead.
It says, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none.
Yeah, destruction cometh, and they shall see peace. Now you want to put water on the fire. It's too late. All right, the war, or World War III, is brewing up as we speak. All right, North Korea, Iran, Russia, hell, even America, they're all testing nuclear missiles. What do you think that's for? Is it to collect dust in a museum? No, it's so that they can use them in this World War III. Right. And that's going to be the war to end all war. So now you want to seek peace, but it's too late. Because all you did was bring destruction and death upon the world. Right. And now the Lord's going to repay you for all your atrocities, man.
Yep.
All your blasphemies against the Heavenly Father. Now it's time to pay up the tab. It's time for judgment. Right. Go ahead, that was it on that. Go ahead. Because a lot of people want peace now, man. Why don't we all come together? Y'all don't want no pizza slices? No. We want to see America be destroyed. All right, because the Lord said He's going to do it. And we believe, we have faith in Yahweh Shai. All right, not God and Jesus Christ. Those are idols, man. Man-made idols. The real name of the Heavenly Father and the Son is Yahweh Shai. And they're coming to bring death and destruction upon this earth.
Before you bring this up, this is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 8.
Okay.
Now will I surely pour out my fury upon thee.
Yeah, the Lord said he's going to pour out his fury upon thee. The Lord's bringing fury upon this place, man. It ain't going to be all smiles and hugs and kisses in the day of the Lord. Go ahead.
And accomplish mine anger upon thee.
That's right. The Lord's going to accomplish his anger, man. Get somebody get the Lord's angry with the wicked every day. Because the Lord is sick and tired of all this abominations walking around, man. All the atrocities being committed. All the disrespect being committed to his prophets, his servants. All the lies being spread around the world, man. The Lord is angry. The one you inwardly call God in Jesus Christ, they're angry. All right? They're not pacified when you're hooting and hollering in the churches. That's all vanity. Go ahead.
And I will judge thee according to thy ways.
The Lord said he's going to judge you according to your ways. And how's he going to judge you according to his scriptures, man? According to his word. He told you what to do, what you can't do. But you come out here and do it anyway. So he's going to judge you according to your ways. Go ahead.
And will recompense thee for all thine abominations.
The Lord is going to recompense you for all your abominations, man. Allowing homosexuals to walk around and have rights, have pride parades, that's an abomination. Eating crab, pork, lobster, that's an abomination in the sight of the Heavenly Father. All right, touching the apple of his eye, that's an abomination, man. Dressing the way you do, acting the way you do, it's an abomination to the Lord. Go ahead.
And mine eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity.
The Lord ain't going to spare, he ain't going to have pity on none of you people. All right, the Lord's going to come and bring a great slaughter out here to America, man. Every single one of you peons is going to die here in the streets of America.
Right.
All right, whether it be from famine, all right, pestilence. And let me make it a little simpler for you simple-ass Americans. You're going to die of starvation. You're going to die of diseases. You're going to die by the sword. You're going to die by nuclear missiles.
Right.
Go ahead.
I will recompense thee according to thy ways and thine abominations that are in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord that smiteth.
That's right. You're going to know that the last days, all of the destruction, all these earthquakes, the hurricanes, all right, the mass shootings, the mass death that's going to take place on the earth, you're going to know that the Lord is bringing it.
That's right.
All right, because the Lord is sick and tired of all this nonsense on this earth, man. He did it before. He flooded the whole earth. All right, he killed everybody but 8 people. You don't think the Lord's going to do it again? This time he's going to do it with nuclear fire. You got that? No. And there ain't no peace anymore. It's too late. The Lord don't want to hear none of your nonsense and peace and safety. All that is out the window now. It's time for World War III. And the Lord is going to bring it. The Lord is going to bring nuclear missiles to America. The Lord is going to have you see your children die before you. The Lord is going to have you eat your children. Go ahead.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
That's right. The day of the Lord is coming like a thief in the night. All right, when you least expect it. All right. Somebody get that in Amos 5. What is that? Amos 5:18. Yeah. Because the day of the Lord is not something that you people should be desiring. All right. You think that the Lord is coming back to hand out roses and have a hippie festival? Everybody holding hands, singing Kumbaya. That's not what the Lord is coming back for. Go ahead. You got the Amos?
Yeah, you got the Amos. This is the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
The Bible said, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Woe. Woe means destruction unto you. Go ahead.
It says, Amos 5:18, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?
Yeah, to what end is it for you, man? You hear this, you got people hooting and hollering in the churches, wishing that sweet Jesus would come back, but they don't even know what the day of the Lord's about. All right, you think that the Lord's coming to save everybody? You are greatly mistaken. Keep going.
It says,
hey, the fool has said that there is no God.
That's right.
To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Yeah, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light, man. All right, it ain't gonna be a nice and festivable day, man. It's going to be a dark and gloomy day, meaning death and destruction, man. A day of chaos. A day of utter destruction. Chaos, man. Mark those words. Remember those words. Go ahead.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say, peace and safety.
Yeah, because now you people want peace and safety. You see what's going on in the Middle East? You see that you're losing power in your own country. Your own country's divided. Now you want peace and safety. You got North Korea, Kim Jong-un testing missiles. Russia is puffing up its power against you. Your military ain't worth a damn no more. Your dollar's collapsing. Now you want peace and safety. Let's see what the Lord said. Go ahead.
For when they shall say, peace and safety,
Yeah,
then
spiritual. His name was
sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Then sudden destruction cometh upon you, man. So you got nothing but death and destruction to look forward to. Donald Trump ain't gonna make America great again. All right? Nobody's gonna make America great again. The Lord is gonna destroy America. All right? That's how America's gonna be made great again. When it's a desolate wilderness, a desert, man. This place is gonna be a desert. All right, via these thermonuclear missiles. All right, and you read about the lake of fire. Yep. America's that lake of fire. Go ahead.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child.
Yeah, as a travail upon a woman with child, man. What happened when a woman goes into labor? There was no warning. The water breaks and now she's in pain. That's how the day of the Lord's gonna come, man. Like a thief in the night. Like travail upon a woman in labor.
And they shall not escape.
And you're not gonna escape the judgment of the Lord. All right, there ain't nowhere you can go on this planet to escape the judgment of the Lord.
Right.
All right, no matter where you go, the Lord's coming for you, man. Because what, you wanted to live your own life, live that YOLO lifestyle, do what you want to do, well, the Lord's gonna kill you for that.
Hey, real quick, it says like it's coming upon a woman that travaileth, right? Hey, when a woman water break, man, it ain't no stopping that baby from coming, man. Once that water break, the process already started, man. She's about to have that baby. So guess what? It's the same thing that's going on right now, man. The word is going out. The true name of Yahweh Shemi outside is back in the earth again. That water broke, baby. You can't stop this from happening, man. These prophecies is taking place right here, right now, man. The curses are falling upon Esau. Jacob is being raised back up. These heathen nations are turning against America. All right, this whole place is crumbling, man. Right here in front of your eyes, man. You can't stop this from happening, man. The water already broke on you Edomites, man. Your kingdom is falling, man. Thus saith the Holy Bible, man.
That's right, man. All right, so go ahead.
All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 10. Behold, the day, behold, it is come.
Yeah, behold, that day is come. What day? The day of the Lord, man. It's coming, and it's at hand. All right, we're in the beginning of the end days. All right, you're living your last days in wickedness. All right, so live it up. Max out your credit cards. Do all the folly you want because this place is coming to an end real soon.
Right? The morning is gone forth. The rod has blossomed. Pride has budded.
Yeah, so it's over, man. It's that season. What it say? What has budded?
Pride has budded.
Pride has budded, man. What happens when a plant buds? It's giving its plant, man, its fruit. All right? And then what? The scriptures say wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Yeah. Everywhere you go on the earth, there's nothing but wickedness. You wondering why the Lord sent us out here to rebuke you, all right, about all the wickedness. Take a look around, man. There's nothing but wickedness on the earth. Nothing but polluting the earth. Homosexuality, pedophilia. The Lord is against all this wickedness.
All right. Verse 11. Up into a rod of wickedness,
yep.
None of them shall remain.
Yeah, none of this place shall remain, man. None of the wicked shall remain. All right, the Lord is coming for every single one of you wicked people out here, man. Because you people have no idea what's going on, man. You don't even look at you. Going to the movies, going to restaurants, man. Hey, because this is the Agora right here. Just living life, man. As in the days of Noah.
Yes, sir.
Everybody was eating, being merry, getting drunk. Just like right now, man. They're just having a good time. Not even knowing that the Lord's about to bring death and destruction to this place.
Lord! None of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor of any of theirs, neither shall there be wailing for them.
Yeah, nobody's gonna cry for you when you get put to death in these streets, man. All right, when martial law is out here, when there's a shortage of food, nobody's gonna care about a dead body in the street because they're gonna be everywhere, man. Your family, they ain't gonna bury you. The police, they ain't gonna come for you. The ambulance, no, the Lord is gonna have you in the streets dying. All right, a painful death. Because what? Our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the people of the Lord, they wanted to turn their backs from the Heavenly Father. All right, so they're going to die with the rest of these heathens out here, man. And nobody's going to lament them. Nobody's going to mourn them. There ain't going to be a funeral for you. You're just going to die in your wickedness.
Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 14. They have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none goeth to the battle.
That's right. We're out here blowing the trumpet. We're out here warning you people of the destruction, but none of you want to get prepared for it. Nobody want to take heed to the words of the Lord. But you want to go to church tomorrow and stomp your feet and clap your hands, but you don't want to hear the words of the Lord. You want to live your own life.
Right?
Continue in wickedness. Go ahead.
For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof.
The wrath of the Lord is upon all the multitude of the wicked people, man. The abominations in the sight. The heathens. Right.
Verse 15. The sword is without, and the pestilence, and the famine within.
That's right, man. That's what you got coming. Sword, pestilence, famine. All right? Great atrocities is coming to this earth.
Right. He that is in the field shall die with the sword.
That's right.
And he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him.
That's right, man. So you get caught in these cities, man, when martial law takes place, you're going to get put to death by the sword. All right? When race riots happen here, all right, when civil unrest happens, there's going to be people dying by the hundreds, by the thousands, man. And your weapons ain't going to be able to protect you against the military, man.
Right.
You ain't got nothing to stop the wrath of the Lord. All right? The wrath of the Lord is coming upon all the people, man. It don't matter if you got an AR-15, an AK, or some grenade launchers, man. The Lord's gonna put you to death here in America.
Right.
Yeah, read this. Hey, read this, man. These are nobody. We don't care if you laugh. That's your job, man.
I'm curious.
All right, well, you curious? Well, we're reading what you're curious about.
I'm curious about what you guys
Right here.
are.
Listen to this. You believe in the Bible?
I was born up Mormon.
Okay, so let's
I
read
know
what
all
the
about
Bible
that Mormon
says.
shit.
So you read the Book of Mormon.
No, I've read the Bible too.
Okay, so let's see.
I read the whole thing.
You believe in Jesus Christ as they
No,
call
sir.
him? Okay, so this ain't for you then.
I'm
This ain't
well.
so I thought you read the Bible.
I read
What
the Bible.
what do Mormons believe
back to
in?
back.
Who's your savior? If you're Mormon?
I'm not Mormon anymore.
So you don't know nothing, man. Just
You know
read,
what I
man.
learned?
Just read. You don't know what's going on. Man.
Religion's got this
Saint
little
Matthew,
fucking
what's going
flaw,
on. Go
and
ahead.
you know it's
Matthew
designed that there's a
chapter
little
10,
bit of a problem.
verse 34. This is the Lord speaking, by the way.
Go ahead.
It says, "Think not that I come to send peace on earth."
The Lord ain't coming to send peace on earth. All right,
he
the
coming
Lord ain't
for?
coming back to bring everybody together. He
What's
ain't
he coming
to sing kumbaya with everybody.
Stop- don't
Contrary
leave
to
me
what
hanging.
people teach
Don't
in
leave
the
me
churches.
hanging.
All right, the churches tell you that God loves everybody. He's coming to bring everybody together. That's not what the Bible says. Go ahead.
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
The Lord's coming to bring a sword. What do you use a sword for? Death and destruction. You kill people with swords, and that's what the Lord is bringing, man. The Lord is going to kill people when he returns, man. Somebody get Isaiah 66. Go ahead. Let's see what the Lord is going to bring, man. Because you people don't know what you worship, man. You're lost in the sauce, and that's why you're going to be destroyed.
This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
With fire and his sword, the Lord's going to plead with all flesh, man. So everybody's going to be judged according to the word. He's going to judge them with his sword and the fire, man. That fire is going to be via thermonuclear missiles. All right, this is what the Bible says. The Bible said that he's going to bring fire and a sword. Go ahead.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many. This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 16.
Isaiah 66, go ahead.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Yep.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
The slain of the Lord shall be many. You know what that means? The ones that get killed by the Lord is going to be many. That's what the Bible said. We're not coming out here with our own opinions. We're not coming out here how we feel. We're telling you what the Bible said. The Lord said He's going to bring death and destruction upon this place. He's going to judge everybody with His sword and fire. Go ahead. You got something?
Yeah. If it's out of season, drop it. We about to close out.
Okay, somebody gets Luke 19:27. We'll close out on this.
All right.
Because this is what the Lord is bringing, man. You know? The Lord, man. The Lord, the Bible don't lie, man. And you see that when the words of the Lord come out, the people get hurt, man. All right? All right now. You're an Israelite.
Yeah, you Israelite. Yeah.
Luke 19:27. For those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them.
Yeah, Luke wrote down this account about Yahushua saying that his enemies that don't want to get with the program, you don't want to realize you're an Israelite, you don't want to worship the Lord in truth and sincerity. All right, this is what's going to happen to you. And you think this is just for fun? We out here for fun? You think this is a game? This is what's going to happen to you if you don't take heed to the word. You want to keep disrespecting the Lord and breaking His laws? This is your judgment. Go ahead.
For those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
That's what the Lord's got coming for you. If you don't want to take heed to the word of the Lord's going to kill you, man. He said, bring him hither and slay him before me. All right? Decapitate him in front of me, man. The Lord ain't playing games, man. The Lord is dead serious about His word. All right? And we just come out here to prophesy and give you the word, man. Whether they hear, whether they forbear. If you don't want to take heed to the words of the Lord, come back to your nationality, realize who you are, then death unto you. Because we only out here for the elect of the nation of Israel. All right? And to everybody else, may the Lord bring a sudden, swift, and horrible destruction upon you. God. And with that, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Rachak,
Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, Shalom, a walk up a ball.
Shalom.